Class is over. Wanna hang out? I'll go too. Huh? Get up. Huh? It's over. Oh. When did I fall asleep? Marlene! Wanna take a selfie? Sure. Ta-da! Hey, can I post our selfie? Whatever. I studied so hard today. You literally just took a nap. Debbie, you only upload pictures where you look good. We're twins. What's the difference? Let's do this. Absolutely. Little sis's turn. Leave it to me. I had a good time. I feel way more refreshed now.
What memories can we make today? I hope I can remember this day forever. Another good memory. I hope today is fun. You think I'm too much for my age? What do you mean? I'll keep the memory of today always in my heart.
Making money while doing what you love, ain't that the best job ever? Let's not mix business with emotions, all right? I could smash things with this. Ever thought about working with me? Hole and run. You want to run later or walk now? Do you like it? Where do you think you're going? Water always does the trick. Feels good.
There is proper etiquette when it comes to tea. Did you know? Everything changes. Impermanence is the law of all things. The tea is still warm, but I doubt this silence will last. As silence deepens, vigilance must rise. Don't let the regret linger. This is a battle of life and death. The blade of my sword holds my intent. My steps follow the path of justice. This was not swung upon. This was built bit by bit. Even if the trail I leave behind fades, the shadow it casts will always remain. That's why I won't be forgotten so easily.
Securing vulnerability located. Engaging detection mode. portal. Restricted area. After that day, I am now reborn. Revel in fear, insects! Enough of these novas!
Weapon system upgrade.
Alright, let's do this! Come on, entertain me! Stand still! You dare challenge me? Beat her into shape! Not even death can outrun me! My engine is already burning hot! I'll chase you to the ends of hell!
Want to come to the shore with me? I came here alone today. What should I split open next? I really want to show this to Nadie. Do you like looking at the ocean at night? If a big wave comes, it's best to step aside. You should have been more careful. Is there something on my face? Oh, you weren't looking at my face. Did you enjoy our summer by the sea?
Have you ever longed to go back in time? They say time flies like an arrow. I wouldn't know. If you saw what I've become, what would you say? It's time to set time in motion again. You're not using me. I'm the one using you. You have my thanks, but I suggest you stop wasting my time. I must hold tight to fading memories, lest they slip away. My resolve was sealed long ago. Only I could glimpse that smile, just once more.
It's going to get pretty hot. You'd better stay away from me. You asked for it.
Now it's my turn. I will not disgrace this place. I'm not picky about food.
You'd better stop doing anything suspicious. It was a fun festival.
The red string of fate isn't so easily cut. Come to our eternal festival, just you and me. I hope you can feel what I feel too. This moment, I'll never forget it.
Schools are where justice is needed most. Ready to go. I'm the hero of justice at your service. Oh. I'll find my way forward with strength and determination. I won't miss. In the name of justice. This is my justice. It's nice if you get along with everyone. May tomorrow shine brighter and more peaceful than today. I'll stand strong with courage. Evil won't break me. Nice work. Let's keep going.
It's my turn. I see. Soft, sharp. Time for the climax. Watch and learn from the queen. Where are your manners? Nice try. You almost had me.
Want to come to the shore with me? I came here alone today. What should I split open next? I really want to show this to Natty. Do you like looking at the ocean at night? If a big wave comes, it's best to step aside. You should have been more careful. Is there something on my face? Oh, you weren't looking at my face. Did you enjoy our summer by the sea?
Making money while doing what you love. Ain't that the best job ever? Let's not mix business with emotions, all right? I could smash things with this. Ever thought about working with me? Hole in one! You want to run later or walk now? Do you like it? Where do you think you're going? Water always does the trick. Feels good.
Schools are where justice is needed most. Ready to go. I'm the hero of justice at your service. Oh. I'll find my way forward with strength and determination. I won't miss. In the name of justice. This is my justice. It's nice if you get along with everyone. May tomorrow shine brighter and more peaceful than today. I'll stand strong with courage. Evil won't break me. Nice Nice work. Let's keep going. Class is over. Wanna hang out? I'll go too. Get up. It's over. Oh. When did I fall asleep? Marlene! Wanna take a selfie? Sure. Ta-da! Hey, can I post our selfie? Whatever. I studied so hard today. You literally just took a nap. Debbie, you only upload pictures where you look good. We're twins! What's the difference? Let's do this. Absolutely. Little sis's turn. Leave it to me. I had a good time. I feel way more refreshed now.
What memories can we make today? I hope I can remember this day forever. Another good memory. I hope today is fun. You think I'm too much for my age? What do you mean? I'll keep the memory of today always in my heart.
Making money while doing what you love, ain't that the best job ever? Let's not mix business with emotions, all right? I could smash things with this. Ever thought about working with me? Hole in one. You want to run later or walk now? Do you like it? Where do you think you're going? Water always does the trick. Feels good.
There is proper etiquette when it comes to tea. Did you know? Everything changes. Impermanence is the law of all things. The tea is still warm, but I doubt this silence will last. As silence deepens, vigilance must rise. Don't let the regret linger. This is a battle of life and death. The blade of my sword holds my intent. My steps follow the path of justice. This was not swung upon. This was built bit by bit. Even if the trail I leave behind fades, the shadow it casts will always remain. That's why I won't be forgotten so easily.
Vulnerability located. Engaging detection mode. Warning. Restricted area.
After that day, I am now reborn. Revel in fear, insects! Enough of these Novas.
Weapon system upgrade.
Alright, let's do this! Come on, entertain me! Stand still! You dare challenge me? Beat her into shape! Not even death can outrun me! My engine is already burning hot! I'll chase you to the ends of hell!
Want to come to the shore with me? I came here alone today. What should I split open next? I really want to show this to Natty. Do you like looking at the ocean at night? If a big wave comes, it's best to step aside. You should have been more careful. Is there something on my face? Oh, you weren't looking at my face. Did you enjoy our summer by the sea?
Have you ever longed to go back in time? They say time flies like an arrow. I wouldn't know. If you saw what I've become, what would you say? It's time to set time in motion again. You're not using me. I'm the one using you. You have my thanks, but I suggest you stop wasting my time. I must hold tight to fading memories, lest they slip away. My resolve was sealed long ago. Only I could glimpse that smile, just once more.
It's going to get pretty hot. You'd better stay away from me. You asked for it.
Now it's my turn. I will not disgrace this place. I'm not picky about food.
You better stop doing anything suspicious. It was a fun festival.
The red string of fate isn't so easily cut. Come to our eternal festival, just you and me. I hope you can feel what I feel too. This moment, I'll never forget it.
where justice is needed most. Ready to go. I'm the hero of justice at your service. Oh. I'll find my way forward with strength and determination. I won't miss. In the name of justice. This is my justice. It's nice if you get along with everyone. May tomorrow shine brighter and more peaceful than today. I'll stand strong with courage. Evil won't break me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ERCC. We got the Alpha Block today. I'm super excited. How about you, Meek?
Oh, I'm very excited since I was the arbiter who put all these players together today. So yeah, in case anybody missed that, last week we had the qualifiers and we had the live draw where we got to decide who will be playing off for the semifinals today for ERCC.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was a lot of fun watching that on the sidelines, seeing you draw everyone into their fate and seeing where they land. So we'll have to see if they can qualify for the semifinals today. So let's get a move on into everything else, into the overview. As you all know, they already played the qualifiers. Semifinals are going to be today and tomorrow. No more one single day of that. We'll have two separate days with the prize pool here in the center. And then, as you all know, the point matrix here on the right is for the ranking points and the field kills. And just a reminder, finals will be that 70-point checkpoint format. But for today, they'll be playing 6 games to see who makes it into finals. And now let's actually get to say who is playing today, because if you guys miss qualifiers, you'll get to see who's actually on the board for today.
Yeah, if you missed the live draw, if you didn't see any of the qualifier action, well, we have it for you here and now. The Moldivers with Striker, Wokes, Nangja, and Kairoshoot are reigning ERCS and ERCC champions. Yeah, they're just here to play as always. We also have the Busan Baddies. I keep saying that. Baddies, Busan Baddies with Weiss, D. Michael, and Bowser. We also have the Argonauts, the last bastion of Europe, their final hope into making it into the ERCC finals. Kudeta, Arki, and Puiwi. We also have Bingo. I love Bingo. With Annabelle, Melody, Effect, and Batar. And a funny thing about Bingo is, not only is it an old game, they've got some old players in here too. Batar, I haven't seen this guy in eons, so I'm really excited to see all of them play today. We also have Blast with Internet Rap Sakura, Skippin' Gurk, and Dementia Brain. I love that name, Skippin' Gurk. It's just so infectious to say. ClueFull with Camper on Duty, Dian Destroyer, Babbles, and Zero Domain. Camper on Duty and Dian without their cat? Oh man, we'll see how they can do it without Fuichi. We also have No Flame with Superior, Frankie Doodle, Gobu, and Hercules. A little birdie told me that Gobu might be across the country right now, so he might not be able to play. And we also have Locked In with Jignut Jorkson, Lockney Live, Deus XM, and Rin and Deo.
Well, that is our round out for today. I'm excited to see who can actually bring it on out here today. I mean, our one European team here that actually made it out of the qualifiers will be playing. So I'm excited to see how they, stand up against everyone else here from NA. And yeah, I think with that, we are going to get this show on the road. As you all know, ERCC is a different type of format here. So you'll see that everyone gets about 2 picks on a character before it is banned out for the rest of the series. So they'll have to have 3 comps at least ready for this series. So once the game starts coming through, you'll see the bands start to fill up there on the sides. Yeah,
for sure. But for the first 2 games, everything will be on the table for all of these players. So we'll see if they bust out their Sunday best right out the gate, or, if they save it for a little later and get some of their off picks banned first.
Yeah, we will see as we are getting them about locked in here. Of course, locked in, we've seen this comp come out from them quite a bit. No Flame been practicing this comp here quite a lot as well. We do see 2 Rios on the board, but since it's this different type of banning format, you won't have to see anything completely banned out. So that is kind of nice for them, giving them more freedom to kind of pick what they want.
Yeah, for sure. If everybody wants to play one character on every team, then they can go ahead and do it for 2 games straight, and there's no problems, right? But yeah, it seems a lot of teams are holding off for the time being on picking some of their more renowned compositions. The Moldivers, I really like the Moldivers in this format. They definitely seem like the most flexible team during ERCS. So they can only look better in this format, I would imagine. But we'll see how things go for them today.
Yeah, I mean, they were the reigning champs last season, so we'll see if they can still bring it out and still be on the top here. And now that we are in game, we will be able to see what Lumi has in store for us for our very first game of the day. We will be having Mithrils online.
The mythical Mithril. Yes, indeed. And for those of you at home who don't like the mythical Mithril and have something better to tell me, we have hashtag ERCC 2025. Tweet it out. Let me know what your favorite or what your innovative new Mithril technology is. And you could win event NP, 300 event NP going out, handed out to a bunch of lucky winners that get randomly selected.
Yeah, and just a reminder, it is ERCC 2025, so make sure you make the change up there. We're not in ERCS land anymore. It is now ERCC for the weekend. So yeah, make sure you guys get those tweets out, and, you know, we'll get this show on the road here once the last person loads in, and we'll, you know, get the first game going. We'll see how a lot of these teams fare out. I did see Blast actually practicing this comp quite a bit yesterday in scrims. I actually personally got to play against it, and it wasn't very fun. They just like Nicky ult you at top of the game world, and then you get exploded, and you're like, wow, that was a lot of fun. So we'll see if that comes out for them here today, and see if they can get a couple kills off of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even once Nia got released, I always kind of related Nia to Adela. There's a lot of similarities in how they can work. So it's kind of like a bootleg Nikki Adela, just, you know, Nikki Nia, and it works just as good. So yeah, really glad to see that happen. I'm interested to see how the Argonauts perform, especially Pee Wee. I mean, just they're playing on high ping, and just on high ping just cannot be. I can't imagine it being easy.
Yeah, I don't quite remember how much ping they get, but I know like the people that are on the lower end, I think, when they're playing from EU, I think they can get around 100, maybe even 90. So if he's on that side of things, he could look out here, but we'll have to see as we get on into game one here. I mean, looking across the map, unfortunately, no loot buddies to get excited about in game one, so it'll be relatively quiet. It looks like Busan Baddies is taking a page out of ERM's book. We got the triple range comp with the heart. This has been so popular in like every region, and they've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I believe I saw these guys playing in qualifiers playing this composition, and it looked great, honestly. And something that's really nice with that I like pairing with Heart is any sort of displacement. And Nathaplan is one of the few range characters that can displace people. It's really nice to be able to pull someone out of the Peacemaker and then set up kills through that. So yeah, really interested to see how that all goes down. A little bit of early fighting. Oh my god, huge commitment going on forward to Rinendeo, but all of Locked In is in the school, and they will pick up 2 kills nice and easy.
Yeah, looks like we have another fight here. Skippy gonna be bullying Dian here, able to take him out as he's in Uptown. Super also trying to bully a little bit here as well. Oh, just realizing, unfortunately, no kill for him. So he's gonna have to move on. But as you all know, school has been so popular, I swear. Like, early fighting has started here in every tourney so far. Arky fighting out a little bit against Internet Rap, but it will be escaping a fact. Gonna use the 5 omens, but fortunately no kill gonna come out of that. Skippy just gonna kind of see what's up, take the wolves. Maybe someone's trying to steal them. Unfortunately, the 5 omens are down, so Skippy might be able to get this kill. One more auto will do the trick. It'll actually be the Hinari. And yeah, it's another kill going over to the team as Arky, unfortunately, being chased throughout school. Does he have the E to get over the wall? He does. Oh, unfortunately, actually, was the blast play. That's a little bit awkward, but the hell attack stack coming through. Not gonna be able to save him, but maybe Kudetta can get a kill of his own. Gonna get a little bit of damage, but unfortunately not enough here.
And with the hyperloops coming in from Deus, that will be a disengagement on that side of things. Piwiwi on the other side of this, not going to get a piece of it as Dian goes down already. Locked In. I mean, they were grouped up in Gymnasium during looting phase, and they've just completely taken over school.
Yeah, and they're going to be moving on their way through Fire Station. They do see Piwiwi, but I think the speed gate will get him on out of here. Going to get some chickens on the way as well, so he is safe here before our first rotation does come up. We do have a little bit of a fight going on here. Skippy getting pretty low. Nangja getting really aggressive here as we do see Sakura trying to get out. But Wokes on the chase here, going to get the knockback, able to get the E to be able to catch up. Unfortunately, the guard in reverse, I don't think will be enough here. Yeah, W goes down, secures the kill, and now they could get the rest of that Uptown farm.
Yeah, and I imagine they'll try to rotate over towards Beach as well. But unfortunately for them, split farming going on from Blast. Actually, no, they've grouped up in Beach. They're going to try and take that out from under the Moldivers' noses. So they won't be able to rotate over to Beach. We'll see what the Moldivers do. Patar, caught in the middle with you, trying to push forward onto Jignut. gets knocked up, surfs up. Melody here, trying to back things up, maybe finding a 1-for-1. Yes, finds the kill onto Jignut, but with Renandeo here as well, Melody should be going down. Yep, the Rebel Assault will do the trick. And more kills going over to Locked In, already at 3 points, racking them up quick this game.
Yeah, them and the Moldivers have been getting quite a bit of kills here early. So it's going to be looking good for them as it looks like Moldivers are going to be in Cemetery, kind of taking over this area. Got to get that campfire for Cairo shoot, able to get some good food online and maybe make their way towards the hospital meteor where... Is that Super still frozen up there?
Yeah, I thought it was weird when he didn't stop, like, he didn't move after he hit someone on the Hyperloop. And it seems he's still... disconnected, so that's very unfortunate for No Flame. Yeah, we'll
another wire incident. Remember this happened to him in finals?
Yeah, I remember this happening before as well, so it's tough because their sub's not around. So,
there you go, he's gonna be found.
A little unfortunate. Yeah, he is gonna get discovered by the Moldivers, so they're gonna pick up a little freebie, if you will. Meteorite spawned over in Fire Station. Locked In, looking to secure it. Already got it. Renandeo camouflaged out. They're just going to disengage with this. Oh, no, he doesn't have it. It's still on the ground. He didn't manage to finish gathering that. So it's got to be at least half gathered now. ClueFull also coming in to join the fray. Renandeo frontlining a little bit. Uh-oh. Caught out of position. And yeah, ClueFull will be very quick to punish that. And during all of this, Bingo walked away with the meteor.
I believe it was Jignut that walked right through meteor.
Oh, does he have it? What the heck? Oh, Bingo just walked away then. Huh. That's a very intriguing play. Anyways, Woke's gonna get knocked up from the hell attack stat, but Arky already on the ground. Now Woke's trying to continue the chase, does manage to dash forward to close the gap. The wall can be used to block off this avenue of escape, and without any way to get out of this, we gotta go down. Yeah, the signature fireball gonna come down as well, and that's gonna be the Argonauts.
Yeah, very early here. I didn't quite see what happened to Pee-wee, but I'm assuming he had fallen somewhere on the other side of the map here. So unfortunately, our EU brothers will be the first ones out in game 1 here, as everyone is just gonna keep on farming across the map. Not only are they close to each other here, it looks like Super is still unfortunately disconnected, not able to move quite yet. Hopefully, he gets that fixed, and we'll see him in the middle part of this game. He might get found out here by Cairo Shoot or even Wokes yet again. Maybe Nongja? Yeah, he's gonna fall over here. He's gonna see Super, so another point going over to the Moldivers. Very unfortunate for No Flame. I really hope they get this figured out here.
Yeah, I mean, all of them are just kind of wandering around trying to split farm what they can. Yeah, Frankie down on the bottom side. Yeah, they're both down there, Frankie and... oh, hold on. Maybe posturing between Locked In and the Moldivers. These two are the two powerhouse teams right now in the lobby. But it doesn't look like the Moldivers are keen on fighting Locked In just yet. They definitely want to get a little bit more itemization going before they try to hit through this Priya Leon composition's shielding potential.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to prioritize going into the Rift this time around. We did see No Flame having to leave the area. Possibly a fight, though, going on in Hospital here. We do see Deanne trying to kind of see what's up here. Camper trying to get a little bit of poke on a Deus. Oh, Super is back online, and he's in the middle of two teams. By Super, very unfortunate. But as that happens, the team fight is kind of starting here. We do see the root dude does get landed, but unfortunately the Surf's up on top of Camper Duty is going to take him down here. DN already way too low to be able to deal with anything, so it will be Babbles running away here on the Kiara, as it looks like Patar is getting aggressed on here as well. Bingo does still have Melody alive, it looks like, so they will be alive for a little bit longer here, as we see we're going to be taking over the beach area. Going to get the credits from Lumi and possibly all the bears in the area, so not too bad for them.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good pickup for the Busan Baddies. And looking back at this fight, yeah, this is Port Superior, by the way. I'm just trying to loot, guys. Ah! But anyways, yeah, this is trademark for this composition. The Leon, they just kind of play neutral, play with their shields, and then if Leon finds an opening, they just send it, duck dive, surfs up, the carry back into the team, and it just, the crowd controls more than enough time for Isol and Priya to make the kill happen.
Yeah, for sure. We see it time and time again on this composition, able to execute it pretty flawlessly, get the meteorite here, and move on along here. And it looks like we're going to run to another team again. Babble's unfortunately going to hit the E onto the bear instead, but we do see the ulti coming out here. Going to get a little bit of damage coming out. We do see ulti coming out from Priya as well, but unfortunately that will be 2 members of ClueFull going down. Camper on duty trying to run out, but I think the ward just barely spotted him, and the Q does land, so that will be ClueFull going down here. Very hard for 2 melees to fight into the comp of Locked In.
And 2 teams wiped out already by night 2 means that a lot of objectives that are going to be spawning on the map are going to be gathered up uncontested. So if anybody's stuck contesting anything at this point, other teams might even be able to pick up double objectives, and you know, a team could spiral out of control really quickly. Looking at Doc, there's a box spawning with the zone also opening back up. A lot of bears and hunts you can gather up, and yeah, teams are already rotating towards us, recognizing that it's a hot spot.
This is looking a little bit dangerous here, as yeah, Hercules not able to get out. Oh, maybe just barely here with the dash healing drone. Gonna keep him alive for a little bit here, but unfortunately not a lot of damage coming through. Looking at the levels, Super still has a lot to catch up on, only level 11, and they have to be careful as Bingo is on the backside here. Hercules able to get on top of Kyroshoot here, already take him down to half HP. Woke's gonna miss the enhanced Q though, but it looks like Hercules will fall relatively quickly here, as he's just not tanky enough to be able to deal with this team. And Bingo not being there for the third party means that Moldivers just gets to walk on out of here, as they're gonna, you know, finish up the farm in Dock. And yeah, fortunately not much else happening here.
Yeah, with so many teams already wiped, I mean, I say so many, it's only 2, but 2 teams wiped at this point in the game does open up the map quite a bit. When you have 6 teams, and how many zones is that, like 9? Plus the yellow zones, 12 zones open. I mean, you've got 2 zones per 1 team. It definitely opens up a lot of space. No Flame recognizing this is splitting up a little bit to try and muster up more farm. And I mean, they really need to make that happen anyways, because Superior, the poor man is definitely down a lot of XP right now. It's actually caught up. He's level 13 now, so he's catching up. But yeah, look at the items, No Flame. They've definitely fallen behind in tempo.
For sure, and looking at Bingo here, looks like they have a couple call-ins here to catch up here, as the rest of the teams, most of their carries are almost completely itemized at this point and working on their secondaries here. Nangja picking up another item here as well. So yeah, No Flame gonna have to, you know, pick up the pace here a little bit to be able to get some more points here, but they did survive more than the other 2 teams, so I mean, it's not so bad. They're able to survive long enough for Super to get back in the game here, as they are going to run into Busan Baddies. Bowser going to try to poke him out a little bit here, as Wisu getting really aggressive here as well. Unfortunately, the F-stop not going to quite land on anyone here. Natspod combo not going to land on Hercules quite yet either as well, as a lot of damage is coming out from Frankie with the rockets here, but will it be enough, as Hercules almost at about half HP? We do see in a blitz, not quite landing on anyone yet, but Bowser going to keep trying poking, as Hercules is going to get hit by the Natspod combo here. Is able to unstoppable out of it though, very well done. As Bowser getting really aggressive on Frankie yet again, already at about a quarter HP. We're gonna have to use the Soul Stealer, get on out of there. Hercules, are you gonna explode? No, he's okay, he's good.
Okay, that was close, but he's okay. Everything's good. But they're not out of the woods yet, right? There's a little bit of a pincer situation. They need to navigate the map. Yeah, excellent, No Flame. Recognizing the situation around them, moving northbound into Word's Hotel, where they don't set themselves up for a pincer. But meanwhile, the Moldivers contesting for this Omega. Looks like they've won out against Locked In, as Deus gets taken down right now. Rin and Deo already dead on the ground as well. So Jignut all alone. Fortunately for Locked In, they do have the credits to get the revives. Unfortunately though, this is the tempo swing that Moldivers are going to need to edge out positively against them for the rest of the lobby.
Yeah, picking up the Omega, getting some more transitions online. Looking at the credits, I mean, Woke's already at about 400, so getting even closer to that VF spike on day 4 if he chooses to. So yeah, they're looking at being in a pretty good spot here, and seeing that they already run out against Locked In at Omega is going to be pretty happy times for them as they move into the rest of the game. But I mean, look at Busan Baddies, actually. They're really strong too. I mean, they're only missing foot slots. That's actually kind of crazy, as the rest of the lobby has a little bit of catching up to do.
And it's really crazy because look at their kills. 0. They have no kills. So they've just been running around playing a nice quiet game, scaling up, getting hunts, we saw them over in archery range. They've been hitting the mutant pack rotations as well. We saw them down in beach hitting a mutant pack rotation, and just finding objectives, getting them uncontested. And I'd imagine if anyone is there to contest, they see triple range and they're like, man, not again, and they just walk away. So so yeah, Busan Baddies are definitely scaled up, but scaling is not what matters the most at the end of the day. It's how many points you rack up. You need to find a way to convert their strength into points on the leaderboard.
Yeah, 600 credits too here on Bowser. It looks like as this fight has definitely started, as Hercules does get knocked up here. Jignut gonna use the quick spin to stay alive a little bit longer. A good ulti coming up from Deus to stop the advances from the team. And now with that, they are gonna separate. Spirit Arrow not gonna land. Means that the chase isn't gonna be continued, but Frankie trying to hold the front line here. But look at the healing on the side of Locked In. They are able to, you know, take back this team fight thanks to the healing win and the healing from the team. And now it will be No Flame on the run here. Unfortunately, not able to pick up the meteorite.
Yeah, with the rockets on cooldown, that funnel is no longer a threat. But meanwhile, up in Temple, Multivers getting out neutraled here kind of heavily by the likes of Blast. I mean, it's very hard for them to play neutral against Nia. And nobody really wants to step up against a Nikki. Even Wokes, I mean, he's pretty much forced to burn Totem right away when Pure Rage Uppercut targets him. Otherwise, he risks just getting completely blasted, and Nongja has really no answer to something like Pure Rage Uppercut as well. Normally, William, a great character at using mobility to kind of outplay opponents, but this is one of those abilities you can't really outplay with mobility. Once it connects on you, point and click, it's locked in, right? And the knock-up hits and everything else is going to follow suit, and there's really nothing he can do about that for the time being. So, yeah, Multivers not keen on trying to take that fight any further against Blast, but now down in Gas Station, Bingo posturing against Locked In, but not really getting too much damage down. Renadeo finding Patar split off from the pack and just pushes forward and gets the kill immediately, all on his own. Great recognition by Locked In, recognizing that Bingo's positioning was split and punishing it just immaculately.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for the side of Bingo here. Not really able to get anything started. In fact, trying to poke with the charms here, but unfortunately no damage really landing yet. So they are going to have to revive Patar here, which it looks like already has been done. So they are all back online, as Wickline is going to be coming up here in Fire Station. And to the looks of it, it was only one team going to be there, but Kyroshoot pushing forward here against Blast. So knock up, not quite to land, but Woke getting some good damage onto Sakura here. Because we do see the signature fireball coming on with that. That will be Nongja immediately aggressed on, but he's right outside of the game world here, so able to pump damage onto Sakura. Just barely getting the kill thanks to the ulti from Kyroshoot, be able to heal Wokes to keep him alive. And now we are in a 2v3 here, but Skippy able to have a lot of damage. Jakeson and Vigor stacked up here, trying to keep them away. But the healing is coming through. Nongja already about full HP's internet wrap, trying to force this res here, but Wokes trying not to let it happen. This team wants to really punish them for this, but they can't walk up. Skippy able to put down a lot of damage here thanks to the Vigor that's online here. A lot of movement speed, able to poke out Kyroshoot, and with that, we're already back into a 3v3 here. Was that just a Spirit Arrow onto Wokes? That was. What the heck?
I think it was. But yeah, the range disadvantage definitely showing its worth, right? The longer this fight does extend, though, you can see the healing from Kyro's got every full health. And now, another re-engagement. Wokes gonna get comboed immediately. Oh my goodness! Both carries for the Multivers get completely blown up! Oh! And now Cairo all alone. They're clumping around him. They're not letting him walk it off. He's on cooldown for another 3 seconds. They're gonna try and finish him off, but the Soul Stealer, no, it's not enough. Oh my goodness. And Blast completely blasts the backline of the Multivers.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about in the early game here. You gotta be careful. I mean, you see the Nikki combo, and you see Nongja try to help Wokes here, dashes in, and yeah, they both just get exploded here. It's so hard to fight against Neil when you don't have Blink on, you know, off CD to get out of the game world, and the burst damage is way too much, as F-Stop is gonna land on a No Flame here, and now with that, the fight has started. Yeah, Super Unfortunate gonna go down instantly here, and a Blitz gonna go out. Damage gonna land here a little bit, but with the Soul Stealer, it looks like the rest of No Flame will be on out of there, but not having a lot of timer, they're gonna have to sneak their way back into Hotel.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to find their way to Lumi to get this revive off, right? But where is Lumi? I have no idea. It must be under one of these clumps of teams, because I don't see it moving around. There's Lumi. Hello. I'm blind. Thank you, Observer. So Blast in the corner, gonna try and find this combo onto Patar. It's not enough damage to take Patar down, and meanwhile, Effect just blasts internet wrap while the game world was channeled the whole time. Meanwhile, on the backside, Melody completely just taking out Skip and Gurk in an isolated 1v1. Classic Elena gameplay Effect. Charming the Nomad to try and close the distance, but not going to be able to catch up to Sakura as this slugfest establishes more and more distance. Running towards Lumi. Going to try and find this revive, but Effect still on the chase. Not going to let this happen immediately. Sakura, recognizing the situation, is just going to run over towards Red. actually maybe looking to catch Lumi on the flip side as it's going to route down this way. Safety drone deployed, but meanwhile, what the heck is this? Uh-oh! Sakura's discovered. And yeah, that's going to be a wait, hold, Sakura, LeBron.
Frankie?
What? Gets the kill on Frankie? Sakura. Busan Baddies are oh my god, Sakura! Guard reverse on the F-stop into the White Lily! But now Hercules' revenge as he strikes back to finish this off. Does Herc get the oh my god, it's just so crazy.
No, will the healing drone be enough? No, it looks like the Blink is going to be used from D. Michael here, going to be able to take the kill. And what a crazy turn of events. And now, you know, both of our teams will be eliminated here. Melody taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, the surf's up is going to land as well, but not going to bring it back into the team. Tara and fucking Effect have a lot of damage. What was that? But Rick Dave, does he know? Oh my god, I couldn't even talk about it fast enough. What was that?
I don't even know.
Like, yeah,
thank you. We need to watch. Yeah, we need to watch this back.
I saw Effect walk out at them, and like the 5 omens with the amp drone just like killed 2 people.
Yeah, just fear and dead. Like, oh yeah, double fear, double death, and it's just pure destruction. Rinadeo does not have enough gas in the tank to make the rest of that happen. But wow,
that was a crazy boss kill.
Yeah, that was. And who'd have thought the final 2 teams now are Bingo and Busan Baddies? This is crazy. I mean, Busan Baddies were definitely stronger earlier in the lobby, but I don't know. It didn't feel like Bingo was having a tremendous game until now.
Yeah, I think Effect gets the fail not online, and then all of a sudden he just starts one-shotting people. That was actually crazy, because I noticed it up in the gas station fight too. When he one-shots Sadia, I was like, oh, what? And I was like, oh, he has the fail not upgraded, so he has the extra armor pen. And yeah, he's just like blowing up people, and people are like kind of sleeping on it. Effect, like, he actually just set them in archery range. It looks so silly. But we'll see if he can pull it off again here against Busan Baddies. I mean, he definitely has the damage to one-shot any of them, but it's going to be hard against triple range. I mean, trying to, you know, Charm the Nomad into all of them to find the kill is going to be difficult. It might be on Melody to really freeze someone to allow that to happen. Because then they'll have to watch for the F-stop. It's going to be crazy.
And, you know, the ever-so-present tool of Peacemaker can just completely negate this engagement for Bingo, right? Effect goes for a one-shot, and they don't manage to lock down Weiss. Things go south very quickly as he can save anyone on the team with a Peacemaker, not just himself. Bowser stepping forward a little bit here. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to try and play this slow, playing around this trail camera. D. Michael with that extended vision. They are going to spot that out on the side of Bingo, so that will be taken care of. Effect playing Effect playing a side angle. But what's difficult about this side angle is I don't think anything's going to come of this. Yeah. Effect. What the heck? Oh, okay. Well, there goes that fight, I guess. Wait, hold. Wait. Bingo's kind of winning out on this. Never mind. Okay.
When I said Effect needs to go for the one shot, I did not mean like that.
Yeah, that was not quite what I had in mind. Maybe perhaps a bit of a miscommunication. Effect maybe not realizing his teammate was F-stopped, and that created a bit more distance on their coordination for the engagement. I think that's definitely what it felt like.
Yeah, I thought it was like a little bit of that, or like a panic. Like they see the F-stop land and they're like, "Oh my god, we gotta save him." But yeah, like the combo from the Nathapon wasn't really close enough to really happen. So yeah, it was just there was a lot going on. It seemed like a little messy. It was like, oh my god, you know, Effect tries to save the teammate, but then it doesn't go. But then the Peacemaker was in an awkward spot for Wisu, and then his teammate dies, and I'm like, oh wait, what's going on? It was that was crazy.
Yeah, no, there was really no other. But I mean, that was just a crazy first game in general from top to bottom. I mean, it was just so many things you could talk about throughout the whole course of the game. But yeah, I think we'll be able to get a replay to watch back this this final fight and see exactly what was going on, because Effect just kind of sent it. And nobody else was really in the area for the triangulation, because this is what they're going for, right? They're trying to triangulate, and they know they're not going to win a long, drawn-out fight. They know that they need to find some sort of decisive engagement. Soul Hedgen is not going to out-neutral all 3 of these range characters, not by a long shot, right? And yeah, there's the F-stop, and I guess maybe thinking that there was going to be a bit more commitment on that F-stop effect goes in, and yeah, Busan Baddies respond to it immediately. But look at this. It actually gets kind of close, but Melody just doesn't have the cooldowns available to finish off Bowser at the end of it all.
Yeah, I could see the panic starting to set in, and maybe like, you know, like if we could see the vision of effect, like I bet what kind of happens is you see Bowser alone, because that's all he can kind of see. So he tries to full send it onto him, but little does he know, like the two teammates are right above him. Like they didn't fully actually engage onto that. So yeah, it just gets a little awkward. But yeah, I can see where the panic starts to set in. You know, you see this hit and you're like, uh-oh. And like right here, like I don't think he sees that those two are actually that close. And then unfortunately, yeah, the damage is just too much from Heart and Bowser at this point. I mean, Wisu has double blood item. And yeah, D. Michael barely not into the Peacemaker there. That's what I was talking about earlier. I was like, oh, you see the Peacemaker come out, but someone still dies. And you're like, uh-oh. But like you said, Elena, not enough damage at that point in the game. Dance Macabre already being used. So yeah, Busan Baddies taking game one. Definitely not what you thought was going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's definitely... especially with something I heard before the broadcast. We won't talk about that. But yeah, I definitely was not expecting this outcome at all. I mean, yeah, Bingo, honestly, even at the end of the fight after Effect went down, Patar had an opportunity to maybe carry it out. Just the Peacemaker just keeping Bowser alive at the end there was ultimately what decided the rest of that game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Patar, I was surprised. You know, I kind of forgot about him a little bit after the F-stop hit because there's so much going on with, like, Effect and Melody. All of a sudden, you just see Patar kind of sneak on over. He gets his one, and you're like, oh, he's still alive. But unfortunately, he's already about quarter HP, so it just wasn't enough here. But, and he's still very well played. You know, Busan Baddies is able to clutch it up at the end and get their win here onto that game. So we'll see what happens in game 2 here shortly once we get the scores to you guys. And as you all know, the second game, the teams, they could choose to play the same comps to, you know, get their second game in before the bans come in, or they could change it up. It gets kind of confusing because, like, you'd think they'd go, like, 2-2-2, but the comps, but some people get a little silly, and they do, like, their number 2 comp here in game 2, and then they don't have bans yet. So, yeah, when the bans come up, it could look a little bit silly, but don't worry, we'll remind you guys of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, one of the factors that you have to consider too is how well your game just went and what kind of adaptations you can make going into the next lobby, right? If you went straight 8th and you fought 6 different fights and you lost all of them against all of the compositions you tried against, you might want to change your team for the next game and let those other comps get banned out. You bring back your old road dogs from one. But you know, it becomes a bit more strategical after the first lobby and especially after the second one. But we do have the scores ready to go here. So without further ado, let us take a see at what we've got. And yeah, Locked In and Busan Baddies tied for first. Wow, that's not what I expected. Locked In coming out on top because of all the kills they had mustered up throughout the game. And Bingo actually in third with 13.5 points. From there, we have Blast in fourth with 12.5. The Moldivers in fifth with 11.5. No Flame in sixth with 4 points. Wait, what? No Flame had 0 kills? That's wow, that's tragic. ClueFull in seventh with 3.5 points. And the Argonauts in eighth with half of a point. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready to dive into the next game momentarily here, if not right away.
Yeah, it will be pretty quick here. I mean, the scores after game 1 looking pretty interesting. You know, you saw some teams, you know, being in first due to the amount of kills that they had. So, as you see, winning the game doesn't mean everything. I mean, you know, mid-game could be just as important with the amount of kills that you get. And we'll see what the teams decide to switch to here. Looks like Locked In might just be playing the same comp yet again. I mean, may as well. They got a lot of kills. They were looking pretty clean on it. They can get their second game in on it now, as the rest of the teams might be changing it up a little bit here. Argonauts staying with the same comp here as well. Unfortunately for them, we saw them fall first, but I think it was like more of like a split thing going on. Like PWB, was it with Kudetta and Arky, and was already down on the ground? So they didn't really get to have like an actual team fight here. So they're going to try to pull it out yet again.
And the Moldivers also swapping to a triple range composition, maybe finding the shortcomings of their short range carries was rather detrimental for the last lobby. So making the adaptation to have a little bit more range on the team in the likes of Katya and Sisela. And you know, Carla is also quite rangeful and has great disengage capabilities for the team.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for them here in the next game. And yeah, I mean, looking across the board, I mean, a lot of the teams sticking with the same comp except for, what was it, No Flame and Moldivers. They're the only two that changed their comps completely here. We did see No Flame playing this quite a bit here, as you all know, or if you're just joining us, unfortunately, Gobu wasn't going to be able to be here for No Flame, so they're going to be playing with Hercules here a little bit. So changing up the comps a little bit, we have Frankie this time on your long-range carry role. He's going to be the one on Kacha this time around, with Hercules actually on the Cicella. And we're actually going to also see what Lumi has in store for us before we talk about the rest of these. And we do see Force Course coming online here for Game 2.
I love when Force Cores are on sale. It's definitely the largest tempo swing on a purchase that you can get, because the traditional tempo gameplay for Eternal Return, currently at least, until things change by patches or new seasons or however they'll decide to change it, if it ever changes, is contest first objective and buy Force Core before second rotation objective. That's generally the best power spike you're going to find on a lot of characters. Not all of them. Some of them, like some small puny babby calls. But most of them are going to have one item that's costs the Force Core and gives them a tremendous spike.
Yeah, seeing 3 Kachas in the lobby. I see all of them starting in dock, and we just saw like a plethora of people going into chapel here as they're all trying to loot that closest distribution that's close to dock. We'll see if these Kachas can get their full builds online and be able to group up with their team to get some early kills here. It's gonna be a bit before they can all group up here as Bowser getting aggressed on here by Renandeo, it looks like. But with Misu here, looks like it might be a return kill. Yeah, the last auto doesn't actually go off, so that'll be 1 kill already going down. Skippy in a fight against, I believe this is Dian here. Oh, a nice E-shift into the Fleeting Soul here to get him away, but it looks like with the Blast Plant, able to try to catch up. Yeah, the board just doesn't barely hit him, so Skippy will go down. And Wilk's already about half HP. He's fighting someone here. Looks like as well as Super fighting off against Internet Rap as Hercules is in the area the pole does land, so that will be a kill going over to No Flame.
Yeah, Super loves ending in hospital, apparently. I mean, now, first on Rio, now on mine. No matter what character he plays, he just likes ending in this zone, I think. But it pays off this time around, as, you know, he's actually connected. So, just trying to kill Nangja. Electric Shift to get out of range of the Slugfest. The Sun not connecting as well, but Fury Uppercut does connect. And now the combo on the backside from Nia's Game World. But huh? Where's the damage from Wolves? What the heck just happened? Okay, there we go. Finishes off Internet Rap. And now Sakura should be following suit shortly after. Good sidesteps by Sakura, but the Garden Burst does not connect, and that will be all the Moldivers need to finish this off.
Was I the only one having like a flashback there? Like, it just like dawned on me that Kyro Shoot is the one Cicella when Woke used to be the Cicella player. Like, it just like blew my mind there for a second as the Inna Blitz comes out, just barely not taking out Patar. Gonna be able to sneak on out of there. That's the power of food right there, as he's able to escape for the time being as the bears do spawn now. So the teams will start making their way around there. Caper on duty trying to get a kill on the Internet Rap here, but the 1-up almost keeping him alive here. But Camper will fall down to the rest of the team of Blast.
Now Blast will be looking to farm up on the top side of the map. It seems like they prefer that kind of area. Maybe the corridors are a little bit more favorable for them in how they like to fight Renandeo. Split farming, as is the rest of Locked In here. Arky all alone down here in Uptown. I think this zone's been cleared out of most of the hunts, so not going to find too much there. Jignut going to get picked off by Bowser here, so Busan Baddies finding their way to another kill, but ultimately things are relatively calm for the time being. As I say, Battle's finding a kill onto Patar. Melody recognizing that she won't have the damage to be able to finish that out, so yeah, gonna back out. Arky taken down. Hell attack stat not gonna be enough to save Arky. Kadeta though will be able to find this return. Will not be able to find this return kill,
oh, no.
As Kadeta just does not have enough damage to take down Dian. And with the Hyperloop from Camper on duty, they're gonna try and finish this off. Dian with the knockup does connect. Battles in the back, not going to be able to contribute to this. And Kudeta able to shield charge out, but look at this. Busan Baddies on the top side. Kudeta maybe leading the packs into each other here as Babbles is going to get hit by the F-Soft, and this should be a quick and easy kill for Busan Baddies.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate for this side of ClueFull here. Getting led into another team, as we do see 2 teams passing on hospital here. Wokes getting some poke damage onto Frankie here. Getting really aggressive with the pull as well from Cicella. That will be Frankie down. Wokes very aggressive on this Carla, barely living here as he escapes Super, trying to get some return damage as Nogja trying to take him out here as well. Cairo actually picking off Hercules here. That leaves Super as the last member who does go down. No Flame is going to be put on a break here, as it just happened here in night 1 as the fights have not ended. Melody getting pushed back into the team is going to get taken down here. The Fear going to land for effect from the 5 Omens, but we do see D-Michael on the chase onto Patar here. Gonna barely hit the combo on him, means that's another kill going down, and that will be effect running away here. Unfortunately, no kills for the side of Bingo.
Yeah, but look at this. Superior now also in hospital, all on his lonesome. The rest of No Flame a little split off from each other for the time being. Looks like Super is actually going to manage to pick up these wolves. Charm and the Nomad give me used to send Wisu on a goose chase. Nothing over there. Melody taking TVs. They are going to spot Whis all alone. Effect, yeah, combo's not going to connect as Whis blinks out. And yeah, that'll be effect going down.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to escape that one here. So they will go down Patar, trying to get just the last bit of farm here for the team. But it's going to be found out by Rin and Deo. Unfortunately, the auto war is going to be won from the ISO there. Not even going to move, just standing in the middle of the Caltrop. Sometimes that happens, but it's okay.
It's optimal. If he walks around, he's going to step on Lego. He's got to stay where he is. It's just so funny because Patar's like moving around, doing all this stuff. Rin and Deo, Giga Chad, just sits there, autos Patar down. But a little bit of fighting going on over the kiosk, strangely enough. No box there called in yet, but Blast, they're going to back out for the time being, locked in. Definitely looking to call in, as they do have credits to make it happen. Rin and Dale going to send a 4-score call in down there. They're going to be able to pick that up, no problem, as Blast has vacated the area for the time being. And yeah, everyone on the map pretty split out. Patar going to get taken out by Arky here. And yeah, they're on Lumi. Looks like they're going to hit the credit mode and rake in a little bit of cash before this next objective spawn.
Kaiser kind of scouting out the area here to see if he gets a pull onto Arky almost instantly here. With the free at last coming down, it doesn't even need to be used to kill Arky, as the rest of the team is able to take him out here as Babbles running here, but is going to stay in the Heart ulti. Actually seeing the stasis a little bit early as it pops here. Babbles, unfortunately, R2 lands on the wrong person, but it will not matter. Camper on duty on the backside, completely untouched, means that they're going to put Busan Baddies out of the game here. Very unfortunate for them after such a great game 1. As Camper decided to go into the thing, but his teammates hadn't exploded yet, so they're not going to be rezzed for free, but there is a chance he gets this for free, so we will see here in a couple seconds if that does happen.
Oh my goodness, this worked out in their favor, but in a different rift, Sakura sending the Pure Jumper Cut on a Hercules, but no follow-up from internet rapper Skippy, and now on the front lines, it is a front-to-back war. Sakura is going to run out of health. Game World, ooh, almost blows up Hercules, but it's not quite enough, and now the fight is away from the Game World internet rap. You got to give it up at some point. There we go. And now down to a 2v2. Superior and Hercules. Spirit Arrow does not connect from Skippy.
Oh,
wait, Hercules going down on the backside. I believe internet rap managed to snipe him out there. And now Superior is just going to get taken out at the end of it all. And Blast will win out in the rift.
Yeah, internet rap looking kind of clean on this Nia. It's going pretty crazy for them here as we have Mo Divers taking down another member here. Deanne going to fall to them here, and Doc, as they have Camper duty on the run, but Wokes is not going to let him get away with that so easily here. The flash being used here as well. The Sapphire Protocol, is it going to be enough to get Camper out? The ulti, unfortunately, is not going to be enough either to get him on out of there. Babbles on the run, the last surviving member. Going to have to use a little bit of that red timer, but it's okay. As you know, it is still pretty early in the game. They can get that timer back. Just going to have to hide out in the corner here until the teammates respawn.
Yeah, Wokes is looking. He's on the hunt, but I don't think he's going to spot out Babble. Now, Superior getting chunked really hard. Can use the White Lily to disengage this fight. Kudeta actually getting split off, but now finding a flank angle. We getting hyper-aggressive. Lots of damage dropped on Hercules and Superior. And now, the taunt going to be used on Kudeta to buy Frankie Doodle space and get him out so No Flame can stay in the game.
Yeah, Argonauts looking a little bit better this game after the unfortunate happening of the first one here. Able to take down 2 members on No Flame and get a couple more credits online for them. And looking at the items on board, everyone seems to be on relatively same pace. You see a lot of the items spread out for a lot of these teams as this fight has just started here. Looks like Deus gets separated from the team here as Rin and Deo and Jignut are on the run. Internet Rap wants to keep this chase, it looks like. Safely to secure a nice stun there coming from the E. Rin and Deo having to fight inside of the game world means that he is going to go down. So it will be 2 kills going over to Blast and a Meteorite as Jignut unfortunately gonna have to farm for some credits to be able to res his team on the Tonfa Leon. This is a very, very unfortunate spot for the team.
Yeah, this could be a long one for Jignut. That's a lot of credits. I mean, it's like he needs at least 50 credits to get the Priya online, and preferably you get Renandeo back first so he can farm a little bit more efficiently. But it's even more credits out from getting Renandeo back. And yeah, Tonfa Leon on the elf dress, not what I'd call good at farming. And yeah, as you can see, Jignut is gonna like watch the dogs. It's
he's getting them.
man. Oh man, yeah, he's got to wait for 2 Qs essentially to take down any sort of hunt. And this Raven, like, this is gonna be even worse, man. This is a mutant Raven. This is just, oh man, this is sad. We gotta stop watching this. Go somewhere else, please. Save this man the embarrassment. Get us out of here. All right, awesome. Over in Temple, there looks like Blast is rotating over towards Lumi. Gonna rob his pot. Whoa, actually, Blast, very itemized. Looking at the scoreboard here, Arky also with 4 items online means that the Argonauts will be able to pump a lot of damage. Yeah, everybody's relatively itemized across the board, at least 2 to 3 items on a lot of the members of every team. Some having a little bit more on their carries and a little less on their tanks, but yeah, everyone in a relative game state. No, we can't be back here at Jignut. Oh, he's going to revive with the Rift. Yeah, this is new technology to this season. If you are alone, you go in the Rift, your team revives. It's great. But Kudeta pushing forward onto Nongja on the backside. Puiwi, though, chunked by Wokes over the wall. And Wokes getting, whoa, swanky with his aggressiveness.
Puiwi.
Puiwi? What happened to Puiwi?
The crossbow skill went backwards. I was going to chalk that up to a pink thing. That was a little bit awkward.
A little awkward indeed. No Flame pushing forward. Catwalk going to be used hyper aggressively, closing the distance on the camper on duty. They are going to manage to take him out. Babbles on the run.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Looks like they kind of just got chased out. I saw the ending of that as we're watching the Argonauts fight going on. They were able to revive Kudeta, it looks like, so they're back in the game for now. As Kairoshut and Wokes are going to farm the rest of Stream. I believe the rest of the other team does come out here. But yeah, we'll look at the replay here. As PvD gets a lot of good damage, but Wokes sees a good angle with the ulti. Gonna get some good damage there. Gonna knock them back, keep them away from the back line. And now Wokes is in a fight against Kudeta and PvD. Yeah.
I see. Slight issue. Maybe looking for the hard read on it was definitely ping. Who am I kidding? But Argonauts back to full members. Bingo just above them in school. I mean, they're kind of surrounded with people, but they have a lot of space in that same vein. So it's not the end of the world, but what is the end of the world is there's nothing near them objective-wise. There's no for them to really go without running into somebody. So they're going to have to pick a direction on where they rotate to. A box spawning in hospital in 30 seconds with the zone reopening. You guys know what that means. It's going to be a hotspot. 4 wolves respawn there. Lots of RNG opportunity. A mutant pack of dogs. Lots of XP. Yeah, definitely going to be a great spot to go, hospital. But up here, Soul Stealer used by the Argonauts. Kudeta trying to push forward, but they're not going to try and favor a front-to-back fight here. Sakura going to use the Purient Uppercut on the front line, actually, as Kudeta gets blown up. But the response is great as Internet Wrap gets blown up too. Piwiwi blinking forward aggressively, finding more damage on the Skip and Gurk. In a blitz, not going to connect onto Sakura, but Skip and Gurk is going to get taken down by Piwiwi.
Yeah, this fight looks like to be happening here against the box. Is locked in, going to push forward here. It's going to be pretty hard for the team of ClueFull to fight into the Priya ulti. They, I think, are very much aware of that, so they're going to back out for now, give up the box here. You know, full team yet again. So not too bad as a VF gets purchased on the side of the Moldivers here. Looks like that was given over to Cairo, actually, or maybe it was pivoted over to, actually, I think they just got double blood. I don't know, they're pivoting stuff all over. Cairo has a Chaser online, and yeah, we have the VF crossbow online for Wokes here as well. This team is going to be pretty strong. Is this going to be another VF? Just call it Cairo. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy.
Put the VF in the bag, buddy. But a full engagement. Babbles on the backside is going to be able to take out Internet Wrap. Oh no, the execute was not enough as the shield from the game world keeps Internet Wrap alive for a little bit longer, but Babbles still able to do what he needed to do on the black side, and Blast gets completely opened up by ClueFull.
Yeah, it was actually pretty crazy. Yeah, we see the execute not go through, but it doesn't matter. Babel's on top of them, gets to use the stasis, just having that constant damage on top of the Nia means that they just go down eventually. So, pretty good play on the side of ClueFull here, taking out the team of Blast. Here's Cairo. Gonna spot them out. Just gonna keep poking them a little bit with Wilson here. As we see the rest of the team kind of trying to scout on over. Unfortunately, the grenade does not land onto Cairo here. And a Blitz gonna go out from Nongja to get a little bit of poke damage. We have the ballistic advantage here too. Some poke damage gonna get done onto Camper. Means that ClueFull gonna back out for now. Don't actually want to continue this fight. Locked in coming in here as well on the side of Stream. So, unfortunate for the Molldivers, kind of stuck in a corner here. But, I mean, they're the triple range team with the Carla and the Cicella. I don't think anyone really wants to walk into that. So, they're chilling, as you can see the Carla thing happening here on the bridge.
Yeah, just hard. Yeah, just a casual harpoon hell on the bridge. No big deal. Yeah, Locked In is not going to be crossing that bridge anytime soon. Over at Wickline, No Flame contesting with Bingo. Effect doing some damage to the Wickline, but No Flame has the aggression of it, so it's going to walk towards them. But after the aggression drops, it's actually going to bounce back towards Bingo. If the aggression gets dropped, Wickline seems quite comfortable where she is, but Batar managing to pick it up, and now the fight breaking out front to back between Melody and Superior. Melody gonna be the first one forced to retreat as the items are gonna go over. Wait, no, they're not. As Effect punishing Superior, trying to loot. Wickline getting greedy. Frankie Doodle and Hercules trying to step forward. Oh, but they're also low. Melody resting up. Diz managed to rest up. The items dropped over to Frankie from Superior. He does pick them up. And with that, they're gonna get away with the items, but they lose Superior in the process. Now down to 2 members. Fortunately for them, Lumi in the area. Red Box as well. This could be a huge swing for No Flame itemization-wise. But Bingo on the chase. They are aware of the revive going on. They know that No Flame is looking at this Red Box. Are they going to try and push this with their Wickline buff? It might be a bit of a dicey fight as a lot of blood has been picked up. Side of No Flame. Full send from Melody. Gets onto the backside. Freeze does not connect onto Frankie Doodle, meaning that he can stay alive for a little bit longer. Oh, the freeze. Yes, there it is. It does connect as well as Effect, landing a bunch of damage on the backside. Hercules forced the safety drone out. Bingo. So they're deep in red. They're going to have to find their way out once again. I'd imagine a mobile VLS will be used from where they are, and they'll get up on out of here. Hercules going to hyperloop to Stream. Oh, there's a lot of teams in the area. It's pretty dangerous, but for now, he is okay.
Did Frankie think he could E into Chapel from there? Like, I saw him and I thought I saw him trying to think that, and then you see him eat backwards, and I think that kind of put him to his doom as Hercules, unfortunately, is going to be eliminated. No Flame out of the game, not able to use the VF in time. I did not quite see which team would have actually recovered that, or even if anyone did. But we'll continue onwards as ClueFull hiding in the corner here. Yeah, unfortunately, Babel's separated from the team, so this is going to be a little bit awkward for them to regroup.
I believe Melody picked up the blood and made blood weapon. I might be wrong with that, but we'll see. Yes, that is what happened. Awesome. So, wow, with Black Flame Dragon online. Oh my goodness. This Elena is going to be absolutely terrifying. Look at the items for Bingo. Yeah, they're going to be as problematic as they were last game. Molldivers also looking quite strong. So yeah, those would be my my favorites for the game right now. But we'll see what happens as Babel does get spotted by the Raven Vision. And yeah, that's going to be Babel's going down here. Locked in. Going to pick that one up nice and easy. So yeah, the rest of ClueFull, they're going to have to try and find this revive somehow. Meanwhile, over in Gymnasium of School, Molldivers posturing against Bingo are 2 powerhouse teams in the lobby currently. Iron Maiden's just picked up by Effect means that burst damage is going to be that much more potent. But we saw what happened in the last game against triple ranged, right? Bingo looked a little unfamiliar on how to approach triple range. So for now, not looking to take a fight or do anything too ambitious. ClueFull spotted out. Can use the White Lily to get out. Wait a minute. Houston, we have a problem. That was a little awkward on how that went down with the White Lily, but fortunately Dian is still alive for the time being, but I don't think it's going to be for long. The Semtex with the Rebel Assault is going to land the root, but the Smash to Smithereens is going to be used to establish distance, get himself on the White Lily, and get out, but Dian not out of the woods yet, running right by the Argonauts. Hi guys, bye guys, see you later. Meanwhile, a fight going on between the Moldivers and Bingo. Bingo looking like they're on the back foot for the time being, as Dian is going to run into Research Center and get out out of the way of the Argonauts for the time being.
In fact, trying to see if he could find an angle onto them here as his other two teammates are sitting in archery. Gonna have to wait to heal up a little bit. Woke's at about half HP, waiting to rest. Gonna be spotted by the plant. Here's Cairo. Gonna get some good poke damage onto Effect here, just with Cicella Q, taking him to about 3/4 HP. Means that, yeah, the rest of the Moldivers are gonna be able to kind of walk on out of here for free. Gonna see where they want to move to next. Looks like they might be making their way into Fire Station here shortly, where they're gonna run into Locked In. Dian hiding on the backside of Fire Station as well, able to sit there safely. We did just see a team fly around. Argonauts possibly going into fire as well on the backside. So 3 full teams here. Dian, unfortunately, gonna get found out by them. Now on the run, gonna try to lead them to the other teams. Renandeo is aware, is gonna see if he can pick up the kill. Not quite sure who picked it up here. But the third party not going to happen unless the Moldivers going to chunk out Jignut a little bit here. Going to push him into red. Means that they might have to opt to go into archery range here. Looks like they are going to use the safety drones to make their way over.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how they fare against Bingo. Everyone else seemed like they didn't want to fight Bingo, essentially. Even the Moldivers had walked away from it, opting to go into the more hot spot of Fire Station. But now they've got an isolated 1v1 against the Argonauts. So we'll see how this fight plays out. Piwiwi finding huge poke onto Wokes. And no real response from the likes of the Moldivers on the other side. But Kudeta very low, just trying to buy space for his teammates by using his health bar. Big pull, yeah, onto Arky. That's going to be half of Arky's health taken out in a blitz used to keep that poke maintained. And yeah, they're going to have to use a safety drone to disengage and try and rest up before they try to combat this area again.
Yeah, Locked In actually took out Bingo. In that meantime, we did just see that pop up. So Locked In winning out on their zone. They see the safety drones going out, while Argonauts gonna have to try to make their way in one more time here. But the poke damage from Cairo is actually so good here onto Arky, getting the pull, almost 3-shotting him here. But at last coming out should eliminate 2 of them just barely. Oh, the flash Q actually not. Oh my god, just kidding. He actually got the pull into Arky here. Cairo looking kind of spicy. Cicella, I was like, oh, the Q missed. Hitting the pull hits. And with that, the Moldivers and Locked In are gonna be the final 2 teams here into the final zone. But looking at the side of the Moldivers, they're so strong.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to point out. The Moldivers are very itemized here. Lots of bloods online, but we've seen this composition from Locked In do a lot of things in America without a lot of organization to do it. So we'll see if they can make the play happen. It'll be on Jignut to try and land a big duck dive against this triple range composition. If he can land something big, they can open up the Moldivers and win out. If that doesn't happen, well, what we see happening on screen is going to be what goes on. Cicella poke, a lot of zoning from Carla, and if anybody steps up, Nong's going to be there ready to punish with more auto attacks.
Cairo is just bullying poor Deus here. So much damage. Poor Nanja is just kind of just chilling. He tries to like poke in a blitz and he has a but it's just really Cairo kind of poking out this team kind of solo here. Wilkes just, yep, doing the Carla thing, making sure they don't walk up. As the zone is starting to close here in the favor of the Moldivers, because you see they have the control of the sphere for the time being. More poke to land on a Renandeo yet again, and there we go. The ulti is gonna, the Soul Stealer are gonna start this here. Wilkes is safe for now. We do see the ulti coming up from Deus, but nothing is gonna come out of it. Cairo actually gets eliminated here thanks to the quick spin, and now it is gonna be a 2v3 as the knockup does land, but a great E from Namja here to avoid it. But unfortunately, Wilkes does go down here. Jignut kind of making the play of the century for the team. That quick spin really kind of solidifying it here. Namja gonna fall. Locked In gonna take game 2.
Cairo got blown up. Oh my god. That quick spin looked like the quick spin of old, you know.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
man.
what I was gonna say.
That gave me some PTSD just watching that happen to him. He got absolutely blasted for that. But yeah, like I said, this composition is just a powerhouse, right? But to everyone else's relief, I guess it would be, they've played it for 2 games now, so they're gonna have to swap to something else. But to everyone's dismay, Locked In's backup compositions involve swapping one of their members in, Lockney, and playing some Nikki Adela, which everyone else is definitely a great fan of. So yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out for these future games, and for the rest of these teams too. A lot of them have played the same composition twice now. We're gonna start seeing bans roll up.
Yeah, and yeah, what a crazy fight. It looked like it was in the fight, or in the favor of the Moldivers for the beginning, but yeah, like we said, that quick spin, I think It was like that landing on the free at last, plus like the damage hitting onto Cairo at the same time. Yeah, we just saw it get blown up. I was like, oh, just kidding. It is not in their favor anymore. And I didn't quite see what happened to Wokes. A little bit hard to play Carla into that comp. I mean, you can kind of try to poke a little bit, but the range is just too much on their side. So we'll see what quite happened to him on the replay here. And, you know, we can kind of take a look at what happened again to Cairo, because we kind of see him get blown up here. But in the beginning, it looked like the Cairo show. He was, you know, poking these guys a lot until the Soul Stealer gets activated and, you know, the whole fight breaks out.
Yeah, he definitely has the strongest neutral out of any of these characters alive right now. And yeah, you can see it on full display as he just pokes Deus to half health pretty much immediately. But we're gonna see Rin and Deo step forward on Wokes, and that's where Wokes forced to kind of loop around and get kind of separated from the fight. And Wokes ends up taking a good amount of poke from Deus as well, so that's what ends up happening to him, I believe. I mean, we'll see it soon. I remember this. The Rebel Assault goes out, takes out the Vision, and yeah, you see Rin and Deo get aggressive onto Wokes, and he's forced to jump over the wall. And here, watch Cairo.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That was 3/4 of his health. I think it was just a pre-AQ and a quick spin off of his ult at the same time, and it was just like, oh man.
Yeah, and like the free at last return damage on himself, because he doesn't have Girl in a Bubble to negate that. I think he used it earlier, so he did a good job. He blanked out of the engagement from Jingnut, but unfortunately Jingnut just gets to walk it back up, and he's like, oh, okay, hit the D-skill button. And yeah, unfortunately for Cairo, he just gets absolutely obliterated here. Namja trying his best to get some damage in while he can, but it's kind of hard to do it safely here. And by the time the whole fight breaks out, I think he's just kind of in an awkward spot thanks to the ulti from Deus here, kind of completely separating them into 3 ways. You see him walk up past the bus and use it here. So we'll be able to see it in a moment yet again. But yeah, very well played by Locked In. You know, finding the angle to get in thanks to Soul Stealer being activated. I think at its full potential, because Jingnut took some poke here as well as the rest of the team. So it gets a lot of that movement speed to start this off.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job. They used Rebel Assault to take out a lot of vision. They use an EMP. Oh my goodness. Anyway, just watching I could just watch that over and over again. Yeah, they used the Rebel Assault to take vision at first. They drop EMPs on all and the other vision that's around as well. So they really just remove all of the Moldiver's deployables, I guess is what I'll call them, between the guillotines and the telephoto cameras. And then that's where they create their engage with the Soul Stealer as well. Really decisive by Locked In. Really love seeing that from them.
Yeah, and with that, I believe available for you all. We can take a look at that here before we go on to our break. So after Locked In's pretty good performance between both games here, they're going to still be sitting in first here with 36.5 points with the Moldivers right below them. I mean, having about just as many kills as them, but just a little bit lower placement will land them in second here, with Busan Baddies in third here with 23.5. Bingo right below them with 20.5 after their really good performance of game 2. And then following suit, we do have Blast here with 19, ClueFull here with 15, and rounding out the Argonauts and No Flame is sitting in last after what kind of happened the first game was super, but they do still have 4 games to kind of catch up here. So before we get into that, we will go on to a quick break and we'll be back with you guys momentarily.
Making money while doing what you love, ain't that the best job ever? Let's not mix business with emotions, all right? I could smash things with this. Ever thought about working with me? Hole in one. You want to run later or walk now? Do you like it? Where do you think you're going? Water always does the trick. Feels good.
Have you ever longed to go back in time? They say time flies like an arrow. I wouldn't know. If you saw what I've become, what would you say? It's time to set time in motion again. You're not using me. I'm the one using you. You have my thanks, but I suggest you stop wasting my time. I must hold tight to fading memories, lest they slip away. My resolve was sealed long ago. Only I could glimpse that smile, just once more.
Schools are where justice is needed most. Ready to go. I'm the hero of justice at your service. I'll find my way forward with strength and determination. I won't miss. In the name of justice. This is my justice. It's nice if you get along with everyone. May tomorrow shine brighter and more peaceful than today. I'll stand strong with courage. Evil won't break me. Nice work. Let's keep going. Class is over. Wanna hang out? I'll go too. Huh? Get up. Huh? It's over. Oh. When did I fall asleep? Marlene! Wanna take a selfie? Sure. Ta-da! Hey, can I post our selfie? Whatever. I studied so hard today. You literally just took a nap. Debbie, you only upload pictures where you look good. We're twins! What's the difference? Let's do this. Absolutely. Little sis's turn. Leave it to me. I had a good time. I feel way more refreshed now.
Security vulnerability located. Engaging detection mode. Border restricted area.
After that day, I am now reborn. Tremble in fear, insects! Enough of these Novas!
Weapon system upgrade.
Alright, let's do this! Come on, entertain me! Stand still! You dare challenge me?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I hope you guys had a nice break. I hope we sound better for you all. We believe we got that fixed here, so we will move on into Game 3 here in just a second with you all. Can't wait to see what these teams actually bring out here, since, you know, a lot of them do have bans, which you are going to see reflected here on the sides here. So you'll see which teams have played which characters, and they're going to have to change it up.
Yeah, and for some of the people in these lobbies, these bans are going to affect them heavily. Effect is a very renowned hedge and main. Swapping over to Adina, I saw Arda hovered, I saw Aya hovered, so perhaps a little bit of cluelessness going on for the side of Bingo. Yeah, it looks like Sniper Aya is going to be locked in for the time being. We'll see if that changes up. Everybody else still trying to figure out what's going to look best for the lobby. No Flame going over to their trademark Sua-Sylvia combination. So hopefully they'll be able to rack up a lot more points this game while they have that superior Sua in play.
Yeah, we do see triple range coming out from Bingo. I did see them playing this quite a bit in scrims here. So we'll see them bring that out. Argonauts could be switching over to something that they're more known for here, I think, in later seasons. I mean, Pee-wee's always been an IREM player for all of you guys that didn't know. Arky started playing a lot of Shulin after her release, and I know Kudeta kind of plays Darko a little bit here and there, but they're going to bring on this more of a dive composition here. We'll see how it fares, though, against the triple range comps.
Yeah, triple ranged has become more and more popular to my dismay, personally. Local melee enjoyer here. But you know what else I enjoy? I enjoy what Lumi sells on a day-to-day basis. What do you got for us? Oh, pleasant robot. Never mind, you're not pleasant. Urgh, I don't like trees.
And with that, we did see Locked In also change their comp. We talked about how Lockney plays a lot of Adela, but instead she's actually going to be playing the Henry this time around, which is something we've seen quite a bit in solo queue. We have seen Cairo, played quite a bit in scrims here as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if they swap to the Henry as well. But that's what Locked In is going to be going with here. And I'll be honest, I'm a little skeptical with the Garnet pick. Not something you quite see that often, and she's not really revered as a very good tank, but we'll see if she kind of can pull out here in the third game. We'll see if the Garnet pick can get Locked In some more points here.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't swapped to their Adela comp quite yet. We'll see if they end up even playing it, honestly. They do have quite a few compositions they can run. They've got the Jenny Charlotte. I remember they were running that in previous seasons as well. So, yeah, Locked In is another one of these teams that has actually a lot more options than you would think. And that definitely bodes well in this format, right? Especially when more and more teams get a lot of things banned out. When you're staying comfortable and everyone else is on the back foot trying to sort out what they should be playing and you know, not looking as proficient mechanically on their picks, it definitely pays out a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. As the rest of the comps are going to be kind of changing up here. Blast, kind of taking a page out of ERM's book yet. Again, it looks like here we've seen them play this quite a bit. So we'll see if it fares for them here as this game is going to get started.
Yeah, this is that's good eye on that actually, because this is something that was played a long time ago by, what was the team name? Chuseat or something like that. They won an ERM on this composition, and ever since then it became a lot more popular. And yeah, it's Ekion is such an interesting character for this composition, because you would think you'd want something more traditional or front to backy, but Jenny just likes to dive in this composition just as much as he does, and the fights often break up into Ekion being like somehow positioned behind everybody and like chasing two carries on the backside, while Jenny and Lenny go for a 2v1, but they have like a lot of flexibility in the composition on where they can position and what they can do. It's really interesting. We'll see how things go when Blast starts. Oh my goodness, Babel sees blood in the water. Yeah, free kill picked up off of that Hyperloop. And meanwhile, over in Pond, Hercules gonna get taken out by Arky as well. So yeah, just a couple early kills going around the board. Skipping Gurk and use the carpet in combination with the acceptance speech to charm Superior, but Superior still on the chase. Skipping Gurk, blinking away. The rest of the team is here to try and stop this menace, but he's immune to crowd control. Your puny crowd control will do nothing to him. But now he's going to be on the run. Didn't have the avenue of opportunity to kill Skipping Gurk, and Superior. Wait, no way he's going to try this, right? Yeah, he's trying it. He eat inwards. Yeah, there's nowhere else he can go at this point, and yeah, that's going to be Superior going down. Meanwhile, over in Cemetery, Moldivers picking up a kill, looking for a little more, as on the top side, Rendeo and Arky are dueling it out.
Yeah, Arky getting really aggressive here. Going to be stuck in the Peacemaker, but look who's here to ruin the party. We have Moldivers here. Going to build a third party that, get a couple kills. If we see another Heart ulti coming down here, the Peacemaker trying to keep Atar safe, but unfortunately will not be enough as he does fall here. Busan Baddies has also changed up their comp a little bit. We see no more on a character that we're used to seeing him on, back on the Bernice, so we'll see if they can net some kills here with this as we get into night one here. And with the bear spawning, everyone's gonna be pretty separated on the map. Internet Wrap with the team gonna be able to take out this bear. We'll see if they actually pass towards archery. We could see them in a fight against the Argonauts here in a couple seconds, as Skippy is gonna kind of see what's going on up here. He's only going to see 2, though, as Kudeta is still up in gas. We'll see if he gets back here in time.
But for now, Arky getting a lot of damage taken, but parries a lot of what would have finished him off. And now with that, able to turn things around, take out Skip and Gurk, who now gets survived from the play dead, but it's not going to be enough. Arky on the backside, still alive. What the heck? Kudeta now trying to follow up on the Sakura, but Sakura going to get over towards the White Lily, be safe for the time being. And yeah, they're just jumping internet rap at this point. Sakura can use that White Lily now, finally, not able to contribute any further and get on out of there. But the Argonauts looking pretty good. Arky looking very good on this Shulin.
Yeah, he's kind of schmooving on them. And yeah, very good parry timing here, too, for him. Able to stay alive for quite a bit longer. As Super getting chased out a little bit here by ClueFull, but not going to really amount to anything here, as they're just going to try to take a look around, see what other farm they can kind of pick up here. Yeah, the Moldivers are actually going to be fighting the Argonauts here. Kudeta going to get the knockup onto Nongja here, but it's not really going to amount to anything. His team not really close enough for anything to happen. In fact, going to hit a huge ulti, but unfortunately the ulti from Lockney not going to quite do much, but it looks like Effect going to walk back into that W. Means that they are going to go down here, and Garnet ulti actually going to take out Patar. Means that Bingo will be put on a break here, as they will come back maybe just in time for the objectives.
Yeah, they'll be able to maybe spot if anything's open, but looking at the map, everybody's on top of an objective that's alive right now. So there's no real open opportunity, even for the Mutant Wolf Packs. You see Blast on the bottom side of the map, you see Moldivers hovering the one in archery range. Yeah, everything's accounted for, so unfortunately for Bingo, they're just going to have to pick somewhere and go for it. And it looks like the Effect opted for this wolf respawn timer by the hotel tree, but Piwiwi looking to get aggressive. The rest of the Argonauts now here to follow suit. Piwiwi should be able to catch up to this. Does manage to land a bell onto Effect, but not able to... Oh, there it is. Blink knockup, charm follow-up does connect, but yeah, it's not going to be enough, even with the blank cartridge. Yeah, Argonauts, after a long-winded chase, very long-winded, maybe perhaps a little too long of an investment, but they do manage to find the kill, find a point. Patar also getting taken out by Busan Baddies, but now locked in the area, or at least Lockney in the area. The rest of locked in, not so much.
Yeah, Time Loop is going to get Lockney out of there for now. Going to be able to escape into Chapel, but the team looks to be pretty far away. They are going to be in hospital for the time being. So Lockney's going to have to keep on looping on over there to catch back up with the team while not running into Blast here. Looks like they should be able to get out pretty safely, unless running into Skippy here. We do see the chronograph going out. The clock hand's just not doing enough damage to Skippy here. Means that Lockney will be going down here, but the rest of the team is still alive, able to regroup here in about 20 seconds. As we see some call-ins coming here from No Flame. The Semtex does land onto Super. He's got to blink on out of there. A huge coup de grace going to land from DN here. Knockup going to land from Babbles, means that Hercules is going to go down. Super and Frankie now on the run. Gonna have to just leave for now, but they still have about 40 seconds before the next objectives do spawn. So they just have to lay low until Hercules comes back.
Yeah, it's definitely a good amount of time until objectives spawn, so as long as you don't fully wipe, should be okay for the time being. But we're nearing that point in time, whereas if you do get picked off and killed at this point in the game, you will not be alive for the next objective rotation, as it's only another 15 seconds. But looking at the map, everybody, once again, really spread out. Argonauts have an opportunity to maybe double up on objectives on the bottom side and get mutant pairs, so they could get a huge tempo swing on the bottom side of the map. Camper on duty, getting hit by that Thistle pole, but Dian getting aggressive on the Wokes. Wokes getting chunked out hard, but Nongja on the backside takes out Camper on duty, and now the rest of the fight is funneling towards the remainder, and now Babbles is going to get... Oh, he takes down Wokes, but at what cost, my friend? As he will now be terminated, the Moldivers winning out against ClueFull.
Yeah, taking down ClueFull and now able to get into the rift here, as we do see another fight landing here. The chronograph is going to land. Oh, it looks like the ulti is going to land onto Lockney, but the chronofield just barely used in time. Going to hit a huge stun onto the team, but will it be enough? Garnet able to get one kill here. Jignut on the chase here to try to get another one here. The W will not land. Renadale going to blink forward to take down Super, and now Frankie is going to be on the run. Blink going to be used on the bike, means that Frankie should be safe for now. Pretty good fight going to break out between the two. Wokes takes down Effect here, and now we're in a 1v2 here. Wokes should take out Melody here in just a second. It'll actually be Cryo to finish the kill. So yeah, Moldivers looking pretty clean so far, taking out a team, getting the rift, and now going to be coming back onto the island shortly here with another RNG on their side.
You can watch this back again here as Dian just gets absolutely aggressive, but look at the backside. Nongja finds the kill on the camper on duty isolated, and at that point, it doesn't matter what you've done to Wokes, as Cairo and Nongja are just able to clean up the rest of the fight.
Yeah, intimidation tactic just being used here because they know they're not able to escape.
Yeah.
Really hard to get away from that team as this fight also breaking out at the same time. Lockney barely getting the chrono field here in time means the stun is going to land on the entire front line. Right on top of the chronograph, you can see Super taking a lot of chunk damage from that here. And yeah, the rest is pretty much history. Frankie able to barely escape though. As we get back on the island shortly here.
I was looking, I was like, wait, we just saw that. Well, now we're here. Hey, everybody. Whoa, awesome. Okay, now we're back on the island. We went from replays to casters to live gameplay once again. Hi, Lumi. Oh my goodness, we're getting everything now. This is great. Nothing really going on the island right now for the time being, but Bingo is coming down towards Dock, going to meet up with Busan Baddies. A little Bola used right away onto the heart. He's going to be able to use Peacemaker as a response to this. Patar, though, oh my goodness, so low. Does manage to get taken out by Whis, and now Whis on the chase. My goodness, two-man Q means that they get the double stun. Ballistic advantage going wide so far. Goes wide on all three. We won't talk about it. Michael going to get feared by the blank cartridge. So that will mean Bingo gets out of this dire situation, but Patar will not be able to share the same fate as his teammates. As now Puiwi landing the charm onto Sakura. Does manage to take Sakura down. Now just blast their lone Ekion, their last teammate alive. But if there was anyone I wanted as my last player alive, it would be Ekion. This guy can get out of pretty much anything.
Yeah, that is for sure. And we're going to have the kiosk being used here to res one teammate and two here in just a moment. As Bingo gonna have to find a spot to res Patar, it looks like here. Very unfortunate, you know, day 3, 500 credits on Effect here. Trying their best to save it here, but looks like Effect is just gonna be the one to actually call an item here. That's what I thought. I was like, are we gonna call the team or are we gonna use these credits first? So credits will be used for the item first, and now Patar should be back online. And yeah, with that, everyone is back except for ClueFull, as they did unfortunately get eliminated earlier. But you can see Jignut pulling on up, gonna see the team fighting over this. The chronograph is gonna land. Chrono Field isn't quite gonna land on anyone here, but Bowser does get taken down, takes the damage from everyone else. We do see the Peacemaker getting used. Wisu actually gonna blink out of it here. Gonna see if he can get a return kill, but fortunately Jignut is here, able to get the root, and that will be Wisu going down, leaving D Michael the last surviving member. As Patar running away from Arky does get taken down here as well. So a couple teams losing some members here. Locked in, gonna take over Doc, getting some pretty good catches here. The Guardian ulti actually getting a little bit of value. A lot of that consistent damage coming out from the teammates.
Yeah, now the Argonauts get to take over Beach once again. I'm not sure what the Mutant Bear really spawn timer is out there, but I would imagine it would be coming up during the night cycle. So they're going to be able to pick up an objective, probably bear rotation as well with the Mutant Pack. Lots of value for Argonauts. Meanwhile, over in Chapel, posturing between Busan Baddies and Locked In. Locked In, a little zoned by these traps. They're just going to step on them and get rid of them, but as soon as they got rid of them, they've been replaced immediately. Bomb drone going to be used, but not going to mount to much. Front to back is going to be the name of the game, but Michael goes down first. Now the response to this Bola is getting a lot of value as it bounces, but it's not going to be enough as the Peacemaker negates any avenue of opportunity for Busan Baddies to do anything more forward. Now, Blast closing the gap. The box picked up by Locked In at this point. And yeah, look at this corridor. Walk through that, man. Caltrops. Just no thanks. Henry is the king of corridors when it comes to kiting backwards. And yeah, I don't think... Oh my goodness, they're going to send it, actually. Internet Wrap diving forward, but now the positioning is a little break. They've surrounded the likes of Locked In, and now... Oh yes, the Garnet ult is going to be enough to take down Internet Wrap, and now the fight delves further as Lockney manages to find the kill on the backside onto Sakura, and now with the play dead activated, it's not going to be able to go anywhere. Locked In winning out on that fight.
Yeah, we see another fight breaking out here as well. Piwiwi trying to keep them away here. We do see the free at last does land, and a blitz gonna come out here as well. Woke's getting aggressive, trying to push them out here. Gonna take over the healing plant as well, but nothing quite gonna amount to it. Locked In playing incredibly well there. They're doing really well at fighting inside of the Chrono field as well to, you know, make sure they don't get any of those extra auto attack damage landing on them. So they've been playing it incredibly well so far as this fight is breaking out. Now Arky gonna get aggressive. The W not going to quite land on anything. The knockup gonna land from Kudeta. Namja untouched so far, trying to get some damage out, able to take out Piwiwi during that. Wokes and Namja kind of kiting Kudeta around, and Arky gonna follow suit here as the Molldivers do take out the Argonauts.
Yeah, Molldivers paying full respect on what this short-range composition would be capable of had they gotten range. And yeah, playing with their range perfectly, not giving them that avenue of opportunity, keeping Arky at bay. That's definitely the big one, as yeah, they just keep him back and don't let him get in. And yeah, I mean, what better character to kite melees than Carla as well, right?
Yeah, I thought Wokes was actually going to fall down there. We're back again.
We're back again! What? Okay, awesome. What were you gonna say, Lucy?
I was surprised Wokes didn't die. That was all. Piwiwi had one more item. It could have been in the Argonauts' favor because he got the full combo into Wokes, but he lived with like 200 HP, and thanks to that, he's able to kite the rest of it out. So a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance for the Argonauts, but you know, going for it. You know, sometimes it's what you gotta do here. As you see, Busan Baddies gonna land the bola onto Wokes here, but unfortunately the team wasn't there to follow up soon enough. Wisu is gonna follow. Bowser gonna follow suit here as well, almost. Actually, flicking on out of there, and a blitz not gonna finish it off, but Wokes gonna blink forward. I lied. It looks like Bowser does get taken down. D. Michael on the run yet again. Molldivers picking up 2 more kills.
And that's a textbook example of just the requirement of how decisive your engages need to be. If you try to engage and not everyone's able to be on the same page as it, somebody's going to get blown up for trying to engage at that point without it being fully coordinated and timed perfectly. Wokes gets hit by the bola, but it doesn't matter. If anyone steps up, Namja and Cairo are there to just completely blast anybody who steps up. Tank, squishy, does not matter. You will die if you try to step up to this triple range comp when they're this itemized. And now, Hercules going to try and be the next contender. Slugfest being charged up. Fury Uppercut onto Cairo. Throwing the bubble is going to be used to negate that engage opportunity. And now, Cairo, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. If somebody splits from the pack too far from their team, they're going to get focused down and die. And Hercules was the unfortunate product of that environment. And now, the Molldivers still holding over this Wickline territory, just maintaining their domain expansion in the forest.
I was actually surprised they ripped it on Cairo there. Like, it's actually kind of hard. I mean, who do you rip your Nikki ulti on? You know, got Girl in a Bubble, you got Namja who can buffer that. But before we get into that, the Chrono Field going to be used to try to secure the Wick line, and it will actually get done on the side of Locked In here. But the item's going to go over to the side of the Molldivers, I believe, here. And a Blitz going to be used. And yeah, with that, the teams are going to separate for now. Frankie trying to pull up here. We have the Nikki ulti going out here, but unfortunately the rest of the team just isn't there in time. But Super able to get some good damage onto Wisu here. Frankie going to follow up here, is going to possibly fall, and now it's going to break down into 2v2. Bowser still alive, is going to fall though. Unfortunately, no room to kite around. Now D. Michael, the last surviving member, going to try to use that dagger skill to get out, but not going to be enough here, as No Flame going to take them out. And now with that, we only have 4 teams left.
Yeah. The Molldivers, though, are looking like absolute powerhouses. While they didn't get the buff, they did get the blood, so full blood weapons online for them. Still missing some slots otherwise, though. Locked In, also very itemized. So yeah, these 2 teams will definitely be something to watch out for. Bingo, a little bit behind the curve on items, so they're going to have to try and find a way to get some more things going for them. The Molldivers hitting up the Gamma Lab just before they're not allowed to be in here, essentially, so they're going to be able to get this last little bit of a tempo swing, and this is exactly what they need to round out the rest of their slots.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the credit save online, they have another VF able to be purchased on the side of Wokes, and they're able to do it safely after taking out Gamma here. So a very good spot for them to be in. Gonna be able to take that out. And a force core, I guess, going online. Yeah, it looks like he did need the Tellurian here. So gonna actually purchase that and make their way back to the island here after Dongja gets his last purchase. And looks like they have a free spot to get back into. Forest will be the place they choose. And it might be a bit before we see anything happen here. 4 teams left, a lot of zones still open. But we do see Bingo kind of walking into Locked In here.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of posturing for the time being. Lockney, yeah, just was hoping they'd corner themselves over on the off to the side. Lockney still on this side angle. And Bingo's not aware of it quite yet. The EMP drone is used to try and grant them vision temporarily for that moment, but Lockney still, yeah, there it is, looking for the root angle. Not going to be able to find it though, even with the blink, try and get aggressive. So Lockney, she's going to have to back out at that point alongside the rest of Locked In. I like the attempt, a little out of vision engagement play, but just wasn't able to get in range of Bingo to make it happen.
Yeah, quite a bit of poke damage coming out from the clock hands and the caltrops here as well. Gonna poke out, I believe that was effect quite a bit. Gonna have to heal right now, but the ballistic advantage going out. Gonna scout them out and get a little bit of poke damage here. As the teams are just gonna posture here for now. No reason to kind of walk into each other. I mean, the zones are still completely open for another 20 seconds. It's gonna be quite a bit before anything happens, unless No Flame walks into the Moldivers. I mean, there's a chance of that in Forest here. But yeah, the Moldivers are already leaving. So yeah, we're gonna be chilling here for a little bit, just kind of scouting out Lumi. Gonna see what's going on here. As yeah, Renindeo walking up into Sem, try to see if they can find Bingo here. It looks like they will, but nothing quite gonna happen yet.
This Renindeo guy, by the way, has to be the most confident auto attack player I've ever seen in my life.
That's
He's
true.
always the frontliner, like in every fight, no matter which auto attacker. Like on hard, it kind of makes sense, but like look at him. He is just always willing to be the first one to go in as the carry. It's crazy. But now a fight breaking out into Force. Oh my goodness, Wokes getting opened up by No Flame, and they're gonna finish this corpse as best they can. Nong's trying to find some return fire and keep this fight alive as best they can. They're able to play neutral for a little bit, but No Flame doesn't have to entertain this any further, and yeah, neither are the Moldivers, as too much time has gone by, and they don't want to risk getting engaged upon again. Meanwhile, Cemetery, our other two teams here, then going Locked In, fighting it out, effect, chunk to about half health, and with that, that's going to be the health advantage that Locked In satisfied with to take control over the center area, get CCTVs, and play from there.
Yeah, just gonna keep on posting around. It looks like the Moldivers are deep in hospital. They're trying to get the res. It looks like it didn't come through though. It looks like we have Kairoshoot going for it yet again here. Should be able to get it here. Gonna use the blink. Able to get that. Now they just got a hyperloop back to their teammate here. Looks like they have just enough time. Just gotta hope that he's in a safe spot to do so.
Wait, they're gonna get timer
hyper-
back. They're gonna get timer back. Yeah,
He's
they're gonna get
hyperlooping here
timer
so they
back.
can, get back into the zone safely. Nongja's kind of in an awkward spot. He's kind of, cornered there. So, interesting play, but it got through just fine. Oh no, Kairoshoot actually poured it into a very unfortunate spot. He did not wait to get back onto his teammate. That is very unfortunate here, as the Moldivers trying to fight off on both ends here. Wokso will probably get taken down here in just a second as the ghost light is ticking. Jignut and Renindeo just walking at him. Oh, we're actually gonna use the Garnet ulti, but not gonna quite land. Woke's gonna have to use the blink, gonna have to go back into his zone. Very unfortunate for the Moldivers after such a good attempt at getting the res off, just did not be able to get back into the zone altogether here. Now Woke's unfortunately gonna have to fight the 1v3 against No Flame.
Yeah, that's gonna go about as well as you'd expect it to. But Effect getting tagged by Ghostlight. Take a lot of damage trying to return some fire. And he forced a blink, but Jignut getting chunked on the backside. Meanwhile, the Peacemaker gonna be used. Blank cartridge used to try and fear everyone out of it, but it's not going to be enough. Bingo is going to get blown up by Locked In here, who is going to win out in the Cemetery zone and face off against No Flame. Once Wokes eventually dies, he's actually holding on quite nicely, maybe trying to get a little bit of placement points. But Melody does have more timer, so it will be Wokes that falls first here. But good attempt by Wokes nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a very good bat skill, by the way, by Jignut there inside of the Peacemaker. We saw him hit the double wall stun to be able to solidify the kills for the team. But now it looks like we are going to be heading into the final zone here, looking at the teams, both having quite a bit of items online. Hercules pulling up here to see what's going on. We'll see if they can pull off the combo yet again on someone. Hopefully they can one-shot someone like Redendale before they get the Peacemaker online. We'll see if they're able to get that done. Scouting it out here with the drones, trying to see what's going on here. We do see the chronograph being put down here. Jignut trying to get some good damage on to Hercules, but it's not really going to amount to much thanks to the radar gun from Frankie. And yeah, we're just going to keep playing this poking game here. Odyssey going to be used back and forth. Clock hands not going to go through thanks to the guard in reverse. We're just gonna keep trying to throw this chronograph down, trying to find an angle. Frankie taking a lot of damage from Renadeo. There's the aggression you were talking about. As now they're on the chase. Frankie at about half HP. They want to continue this fight. And now it will be Hercules on the backside. Good guard in reverse, but the chronograph is going to go through. The chrono field not even going to be used quite yet, but Super finding the angle on to Lockney here. A great Pure Age uppercut going to take down Lockney before the chrono field even going to land. And now we're going to be at a 2v2. Renadeo, though, still completely healthy. Going to try to get this res onto Lockney. Will it get done here? Odyssey going to be used here. Jigna getting a lot of damage being put down on him. Frankie going to stop the res thanks to the blink here. Another fight is going to break out. Frankie actually getting blocked a little bit here by the body of Jigna here. As Super on the chase, going to try to see if he can get this hill. Renadeo slowed. Frankie spacing this out pretty well here. Try to find the angle back into Renadeo. Gonna keep poking. Can they get the kill into Jigna in time? The Don Quixote for Super to escape. This is getting scary. The blind is gonna go through. Renadeo dodging out on the Odyssey. On the chase here, Super. Don Quixote not even gonna land. Frankie, the last surviving member, locked in. Able to push through thanks to Renadeo staying alive here.
And yeah, Frankie, poor Frankie will not be able to do too much here. I don't, even if it was just Garnet, I don't think he'd be able to do too much, as this character likes to just thump around and not take too much damage, especially when things get drawn out. 5 stacks, just gonna go right back to a healthy, oh, the ult not connecting, but yeah, it's, wait, he's kind of proving me wrong right now. What's going on? Yeah, the damage reduction is just too much, and yeah, Renadeo's here as well. But yeah, locked in, completely popping off this game. Yeah, wow, just what a dominant performance. And yeah, in that final fight, wow, this character's too cool, man. Like, what the heck?
I feel like, man, why did I be cool like that?
I don't remember what I was talking about. Like, that was just cool. Yeah, locked in, playing tremendously well.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, Lockney proving very well on the Henry pick here, and I guess proving me a little bit wrong with the Garnet pickup here as well. I mean, getting a lot of kills pretty well here when they all play inside of Lockney's range here. The chrono field keeping the team safe a lot. I mean, we didn't even see it the final fight there, but Renadeo just playing incredibly well the whole time. That aggression coming out very well that you'd mentioned earlier. He got crazy aggressive onto Frankie and got so much poke damage. I believe he's on the frailty. So being able to proc that pretty quickly and get a lot of poke damage out proved very well for the team, and cleaning it up there at the very end. So yeah, well played by Locked In. Lots of kills. Gonna put them pretty high on the scoreboard after that one.
Put them very high on the scoreboard. And the best thing about that today is it's top 4 get out, right? So
Yep.
Racking up points is the name of the game of today. You don't need to win some checkpoint format or do anything crazy. You just got a top 4, and having one game like that almost solidifies you just from that game alone. But it is a 6-game series today, so lots of time for all these teams to rack up points and try to make their way into next weekend's finals. But for now, we will be able to check out the replay on that fight and see just exactly what went down. And you know, it's got to be hard for No Flame to try and play neutral against anybody. Their neutral is superior pressing Q and healing whoever gets poked, and that's pretty much all they can do in a neutral scenario.
Yeah, it is quite difficult for them. I mean, yeah, they're kind of just fishing for that double Q stun, or they're just waiting for Hercules, you know, to find an angle onto someone. And they find it pretty good here once they, you know, chase Frankie. They're able to take out one thanks for them holding onto the ulti from Hercules for a very long time. A nice stun too, and Hercules soaks so much damage here as Frankie gets to heal up here. We see the chronograph combo come out from Lockney here. The Don Quixote knockup hits, and yeah, with that next airborne, it is them falling down here. Now at this point, unfortunately, Hercules falls. And now they're just kind of playing this awkward neutral. They get a lot of damage onto Jigneck here, but they have to force the Blake from Frankie so they don't get the res onto Lockney here. So Frankie plays this really well, gets that, but the Blake from Renadeo means that he's completely safe. He gets blinded, but it doesn't quite matter here as this fight kind of splits.
Yeah, and Frankie using the... it's difficult because you want to use the bike combo to stop the revive, but I don't know if burning everything on the corpse is going to result in a good outcome, right? Because at that point, Renadeo was able to return fire onto Frankie very well, and yeah, this up on the top side more or less solidifies the victory for Locked In here, as poor Frankie all on his lonesome isn't really able to do too much against the likes of both Jigna and Renadeo, let alone just Jigna. I mean, for a little bit there, Frankie was kind of cooking Jigna, but yeah, it didn't matter. At the end of the day, it's still a 2v1. Still very heavily favored for Locked In, and they walk away with a ton of points at the end of this, which, yeah, is absolutely huge for them, and we'll be able to check that out right now as the scores are ready to go. So let's see how far ahead Locked In got. Wow, 65.5 points after 3 games is a tremendous score racked up for Locked In. And in second, we have the Moldivers with 49 points, a hefty sum, and its rightful owners as well. In third, Busan Baddies with 30 points, and in fourth, we have Bingo with 27.5. No Flame in fifth with 22.5 points. In sixth, we have Blast with 22 points. Seventh place is Argonauts with 20.5 points. And in eighth place is ClueFull with 18 points. But we are now going into the fourth game, and I don't think there's too many more bans, if any, off the top of my head, as it's only been 3 games, so don't think anybody's played anything too weirdly around, like swapped from 1 to 3 to, yeah, you know. Oh, actually, the Moldivers, this composition's now banned. They played at games 2 and 3, so they're gonna have to swap off of that. But I think, yeah, everybody else played their compositions game 1 and 2. So yeah, the bans outside of the Moldivers are the same.
Yeah, No Flame has played a different comp each game. So they're the ones without any bans right now. So they're looking a little bit silly here, as they're going to go back over to the Freaky Doodle Kacha comp. So this one will now be banned for them. And looking across the board, everyone's been kind of doing the same thing, except for Busan Baddies. It looks like they're going to break out their third comp this time. It'll actually be Weisu on the front lines. So D. Michael can play the Adina. And yeah, it looks like everyone else just kind of sticking with what they do. The Moldivers on their other triple rage comp. They seem to really love this throughout this series here. So they're going to have Wokso on the Ava this time around. We'll see how that goes for them. You know, another Nathapon here as well.
I saw it in qualifiers, and it wasn't too bad. I was skeptical at first. I was like, Wokes Ava, I've never seen this without an 11 beside it, but it actually did pretty good. So I can't knock him too much until I see him do something silly. Then I will knock him as much as I please. But before that, Lumi, hello Lumi, what do you got for us? Woo, baby, my favorite cookie, Force Choreos.
Oh my god, not that again. Yeah, so Force Choreos online here for game 4 here. And if you are just joining us, as you can see, we have the scoreboard down there for you all. Top 4 will make it into the finals, which will be next weekend. So, as you can see, it is Locked In, the Moldivers, Busan Baddies, and Bingo that are in the top 4 right now. And also, why is Blast gotta be BLT? Like, that just got me thinking about food.
I didn't even notice that BLT. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because before we started, you're like, I'm hungry. Ah! And now they mentioned BLTs and the hungry get hungrier.
It's just staring me in the face, man, but that's okay. Round 4 is upon us here as we're waiting for the last person to load in before we get into this game here. You can scout out a little bit, see who it could maybe be.
It's looking like, is it Lockney? Is she not? No, Lockney's here. She's in combat somewhere. She's not with her team. It's probably Weisu. That's usually a safe bet. Weisu? Where's Weisu? No, Weisu's here. Is it Bowser? Where's Bowser? No, Bowser's there. I see Bowser. All 3 members of Bingo, are they? Yep, they're all there. Is it Superior? Oh no. Is Superior disconnected? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Superior, no, not again.
Oh my god, this guy, what was it last time? It was like something with his like router cord or something. Like something got damaged.
Yeah,
this poor guy.
His dog microwaved his router cable or something. I don't know, but yeah. Oh man, he's not in the loading screen at all, and the game's starting. We'll see.
Sometimes it happens.
If he moves around. I don't think he's gonna move. Yeah, no. Oh boy. Oh, he's here! Whoa! Okay, he disconnected as the game started. Wow, that's incredible. Good timing, Super. Hello, welcome back to Eternal Return, the Eternal Return Challengers Cup 2025 hashtag, by the way. We forgot to mention that. There's still many more event NP gift codes to give out because nobody's tweeting. You better tweet win free event NP, buy emotes. They just released new emotes this patch. They release them pretty much every patch. And they're always such a good batch to get have such a talented art staff. Sometimes they even subcontract out external artists to do some of these emotes as well. So support your artists, buy emotes, and a good way to do that is hashtag ERCC 2025 and doing it for absolutely free with Event NP.
Yeah, it's Shoot. Gonna bully Camper here a little bit, get quite a bit of damage here. Gonna try to get in the way of the White Lily to make sure he doesn't get out, and the auto war is one out on Shoot here. Oh, another person coming in here is Nongja. Unfortunately, you cannot dodge the double shot there coming through. Oh my god, a nice blink and a dodge out on the coup de grace here, but unfortunately, Camper on duty is back. Gonna hit that Subtext, gonna hit the Rebel Assault, gonna get the autos, and that will be Shoot going down.
The whole virus got put on break. What the heck is happening? Renadeo gonna get taken out by Camper and D and the kings of the pawn bridge here. Even without their fearless cat Fuichu beside them, as we've seen traditionally, they still managed to find a bunch of kills in the early game. Meanwhile, down in Uptown, Detta gonna get kited out by Nongja and Wokes here, looking to try and get onto Nongja, but it's not gonna amount to anything as he gets taken out. The rest of the Moldivers all grouped up in Uptown. Patar on the run from Piwiwi, gonna use the Drift King, hit the double speed gate, and yeah, he's gonna be out of there.
Yeah, luckily Patar does escape unless Piwiwi. No, it looks like he scouted out the wrong spot, checking the Hyperloop here, but Patar is actually on the top side there as Bowser does get taken down here. Internet Wrap also on the Henry, I just realized here. Kind of copying Locked in a little bit here. Almost the same comp, just different backline carries here. As Melody's going to find a Piwiwi in the corner. A nice jump onto the fish here, but unfortunately going to get pulled here. But it will not matter as Arky now on the chase onto Melody here. Going to hit the Q. Going to be able to dash over the wall, but unfortunately the speed gate going to get Melody on out of there.
And Jignut's on the ground, presumably from who we're looking at right now, Camper on duty, and Dian, his trusty sidekick, up in police station, farming out the rest of these ores here, this mutant pack. So they're going to be racking up a good amount of credits. Looking at the bottom, it looks like Bingo's falling a little bit behind. Bingo and Argonauts are falling a little bit behind on the curve for credits. Meanwhile, No Flame must be executing some split farm strategies because they are way ahead on credits.
Yeah, Spec just get found out here as well from Busan Baddies. Is going to get taken down. As they have about a minute before the next cycle does come around. So it seems pretty quiet this time. I feel like our other games, the early game was pretty explosive, but now it's been kind of mellowed out. We're kind of chilling here for the time being, just trying to get some farm around. A lot of teams look to be split farming though. Do I see Super up there being found out? Yeah, it looks like he is, but he is able to get to the speed gate in time, so he does escape. He's gonna find Frankie up here as well. Gonna have to walk away from this team though, because they are missing their third member. The chronograph isn't quite gonna land with the time loop, but we do have the chrono field coming down. Gonna hit that stun onto Super here, and with that, Super able to turn the fight around, able to take out Internet Wrap as Skippy, trying his best to get some damage down so Sakura stays alive. But the damage just isn't coming through quite yet. Not able to get the kill onto Super unless the E. Couple more autos, but unfortunately the exclusive gonna keep him safe here. And the Blitz gonna go out and we'll take out Skippy here. That will be, unfortunately, Team Blast going on a break right before the objective spawn.
Now Vern Forest, a fight over the tree, but a good F-stop connects, but there's no real follow-up potential outside of it. And now Wokes forced to blink, but the positioning is still good for him to laser down Jignut. And now Lockme forced to run out. Peacemaker's going to be used to try and make something happen here. And yeah, it's not going to be enough. Moldivers are going to win out for the tree. Meanwhile, over in Hospital, Kudetta going down. Meteorite getting picked up by Bingo there. And now, good pull from the side of No Flame. They're going to be able to pick up one kill here on the Internet Wrap.
Yeah, unfortunately, the time loop getting canceled there, thanks to the pull from Hercules, means you're going to get another kill, as the team is just going to farm out Hotel here, so not completely terrible. Steady shot, going to get canceled out by Weiss here, but the Subtext landing, Bowser should be able to pick up this kill here, and they're going to be able to farm out the rest of Factory, it looks like, for now, with about a minute and a half left. They have a little bit of time here to get a little bit more farm online before they can call their force cores, and, you know, looking at the credits at the bottom, you see a lot of teams are pretty much there. They just need to make their way to a kiosk to actually get the calls to come through.
Yeah, and you look at the credits at the bottom, I mean, a lot of teams are still a little bit out. A lot of teams floating around 30 to 50 credits away from that 350 mark that everyone's trying to reach, but No Flame, I mean, they're already well ahead of it. with what the split farming they did earlier. On our screens here, we could see Busan Baddies getting their Collins off. Some little kill happening onto a Patar here from ClueFull. So they're going to be able to pick up another kill on the score. I mean, they have 3 kills, or 3 points, rather, I should say, racked up. The Moldivers with 3.5 as well. So on early game points, spread out across the board pretty evenly. Blast just a little bit behind, same as the Argonauts, who we can see are a little bit split. And they're going to try and get out. Yeah, they're going to use the White Lily and get out because they are not full members right now.
Yeah, PWE's down in Pond here, trying to get a little bit more farm for the team. So the rest of the Argonauts going to have to escape for now. Wokes looks to be by himself. It looks like the Sprout Catwalk combo won't land, but it will not matter as Hercules able to get the burst down onto him here. Unfortunately, Namja trying to see if he can get a kill inside of the Peacemaker, but it's not going to come through. Kyroshoot is by himself here. He's going to get scouted out by that drone, so he's just going to have to leave for now. Play it safe until his teammates do respawn.
What? Okay, Cairo blinking over the wall to get the rift. That was interesting, but they all managed to make it inside of the rift, and they will be facing off against the Argonauts. We'll see how this goes for them. Looks like it's going to be a race for this green cube. Cairo gonna use that as an opportunity to combo Kudeta, but Kudeta gonna use the intimidation tactic to CC him in the pullback, but this corridor is good for Wokes to try and funnel in. Good Peacemaker to keep the rest of the team alive. They take down Arky as a response, and now using the healing plant in their spawn to heal up. Wokes trying to get aggressive to stop this respawn, but I think Kudeta's going to get it off. No, he's not going to be able to get it. The corpse getting finished off. Now Kudeta going down means that the Argonauts will fall and the Moldivers will win out in the rift.
Yeah, and that's where you see the power of the triple range with the heart. I mean, all standing inside of the Peacemaker, able to get the kill. Sakura, nice bat skill, but unfortunately not going to be enough. Bingo, going to win out on this rift here as well. Going to get a Mythville probably online for the team and come back to the island here. And I believe all teams are still up because Blast just has to respawn here as well. So it'll be a bit before a team is eliminated here. It looks like the entire island is still full as we take a look back at this. Cairo getting a good combo to Kudeta, but intimidation tactic to cancel out on that. Very, very well played. And now at this point, Nangja able to save his team thanks to the Peacemaker. He does flash forward, and look at that. They aren't able to push forward anymore. And the good F-stop onto Piwiwi means that, you know, he's unable to help out on Arky as well. And at this point, they're in a pretty good spot here. I mean, it's Ava. You can do so much damage from afar. Piwiwi does a really good job at the triple knockup, but unfortunately just not enough.
Yeah, there's no real potential for follow-up, right? One member is dead, the other one's trying to get the revive. But now, Sakura gonna get focused down by No Flame here, just caught in the middle of them. So that'll be an easy pickup for them, but fortunately, still night 2, so the revive will be for free. Blast surely thankful for that, but the hotel tree going over to the side of No Flame. Meanwhile, up here on the opposite side of the map, over in Gas Station Alley area, locked in, picking up the purple box for free. Argonauts not going to opt for contention over it. Down in Beach, Bowser getting this box, is able to pick it up over No Flame, who opted to get the hotel tree. You can see there's Sissela up there walking down after gathering it. But now, maybe Superior posturing, trying to look for an opportunity to maybe engage. Now Weiss regrouping with the team means that both teams are postured. Looks like Busan Baddies are looking for a fight. Weiss manages to land the Quake onto Frankie, but Frankie dodging out on that catwalk taunt now. Disengage coming from Busan Baddies as they are kiting back. Hercules, watch out! That was close. Ghost Light ticking him down a little bit as well. Keeping him in combat means that he's not going to be able to rest up anytime soon. So a safety drone is going to be used by No Flame to get around to the other side of Forest. But Bowser, privy to this, looking to cut off. Semtex does not connect. And they're going to keep running through, keep burning those gadget energies to keep using safety drones now up in Temple. Piwiwi trying to kite back with Kudeta, as it looks like ClueFull has already taken one member, looking for 2 now. Dian not getting in range for that stun, but the Semtex does connect onto Kudeta, so that route should be enough for Dian to get in range. Actually, Dian looking to cut off the White Lily opportunity instead. Now with a cut to the coup de grace, yeah, that'll be Kudeta going down, no problem.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Argonauts, just not quite finding their footing here in this game. Piwiwi does escape though for now, as Sakura getting bullied a little bit here. A nice pullback from Cairo right back into the laser means that they are going to fall down. And now Kyroshoot getting really aggressive on the internet wrap here. Skippy just barely making it out, or not, because We do have the Argonauts here and Temple able to take him down. I believe that will be Blast going down as our first team here in round 4. Unfortunate for them running into the third party as they do start to move their way back into screen here. Looks like this fight is still breaking out. Melody really low. The self pull for that healing, but it looks like Wisu barely able to hit the D skill. Do they have the catwalk in time? It looks like they do. Oh, but the pull from Melody, very clean to stop on the catwalk here, means they are going to stay alive, but they have to make their way back into the zone safely because Bowser's fighting it off in a 1v2.
Yeah, and now it's going to be a 3v2 as the rest of the team has funneled in, but over in Temple, Argonauts cornered, trying to find an engagement. Dian lands the coup de grace onto Arky on the backside, who Babbles tries to follow up on and get the kill for, but Puiwi here backing up Arky means that they're going to be okay. Kudeta, meanwhile, on the other side of the 1v2, is on the run, does manage to establish enough distance away from Dian and Camper. Dian not able to land the stun. Yeah, the W from Kudeta is going to apply that slow, but a quick revive with the mobile kiosk means that Babbles is back in the fight. Argonauts looking to regroup.
Yeah, it looks like Super on the run by himself, actually, as No Flame lost on 2 members here. Oh, yeah, Busan Baddies getting chased. Yeah, it looks like they have the box on top of the arena, so they're just a walking target for a lot of teams. But they're going to get the revive here. They're going to have to fight it off, though. I mean, they're going to see their location at all times here. Ooh, a nice combo onto effect here. Bowser following up on that means that effect will go down, and now with that, 2v3 is in place here. No more strut for Wisu to really continue that, but they will take their kill and the red box here as they move on their way to school here, probably in a moment, as the rest of Bingo is back online here as well. No Flame still missing out on 2 members, though. Super, you have to wait for maybe a little bit more gadget energy to be able to bring the team back. Just farming by himself here at Alley.
Yeah, and you know the business. Frontliner trying to farm alone. It's not ideal. So he's gonna opt to trying to get the revive first, but over in Temple, Camper on duty getting brought dangerously low. Arky managing to finish off that assassination on the backside, but Kudeta has fallen down as well now. Looking to turn things around. Good W by Arky to find that stun. And don't think he's going to win out 1v1, though, against Babbles. And now, on the other side, Piwiwi manages to land a combination onto Dian, but Dian on that tank two-handed Yuki, quite durable, able to take a good beating from Piwiwi to buy time. And they're going to be able to try and get their revives off momentarily, as Effect is on the ground. So a lot of injured teams on the map right now. Yeah. Oh, self-res. Yeah, there's a lot of injured teams on the map. Nothing else to say about that. But a Meteorite going over to Camper on duty means he's going to get yet another transition, which begs the question, how is his items? Yeah, fully itemized. Awesome. Love to see it. Now it begs another question. How's everyone else's items? Here we go. Moldivers looking pretty strong. Nongja fully itemized, getting all their items online. Yeah, a lot of people have their carries itemized, and tanks are getting usually around 1 to 2 items. A lot of them having that solar system miniature online to soak up a lot of burst damage in a fight in case it comes to a front to back. But yeah, the Moldiver is definitely looking very strong.
Yeah, Argonauts looking a little bit farther behind here, unfortunately. Still needing quite a bit of items. The chronograph going to be used by Lockney to scout out the team of No Flame here. But not quite going to do anything here. Just going to get a little bit of vision. See if they can play off of Lockney at all. Almost every fight starts with Lockney hitting the WE combo onto someone to get the root, and then Jigna can kind of follow suit here. And Lockney can do that safely thanks to the Chrono Field. As you can see, he is going to be the one aggressed on first. A nice blink to dodge on the catwalk. Chronograph not going to land on anyone. It means that no root's going to come through. Rinadeo going to have to use that Peacemaker to stay alive. Hercules going to get rooted up. Going to blink out, just barely staying alive. So the ulti from Jignut not going to land. Super, though, able to get the kill onto Rinadeo. And now Jignut, unfortunately, stuck in a corner means they will fall too. So Lockney, unfortunately, she's the last surviving member of the team. It is day 4, so they just have to get to a kiosk to revive them as we see 3 teams in stream here. But we'll be Argonauts taking over the red box, I believe. What line is it? Fire? Yeah, there it is. We see the Moldiver taking it yet again. They're always on this Wicked line timing.
Yeah, and Busan Baddies are in the area, but they're not going to be able to contest them. Patar, though, is going to... does not get pulled out of the ulti from the intimidation tactic, and does manage to survive with a blink at the very end of the Peacemaker, getting regrouped with the rest of the team. Bingo, actually in a pretty good position, all things considered, against this fight with ClueFull. But meanwhile, over in Fire Station, Jignut Jorkson taking a lot of heat on the front to back, but Bowser is going to get taken out first as Lockney, she finds a way to the back line and manages to take him down. So quick little kill picked up for Locked In. And yeah, Busan Baddies already getting the revive off, means that they're fully grouped up once again as well. Quick little 200 credit charge for it. Michael, though, he's not going to have a good time over in school.
As there are 3 teams here in stream. This is looking crazy. Argonauts, though, getting the third-party Arky, getting a lot of damage on a camper here, but the intimidation tactic's going to take him down here. Pee-wee trying to clean this up a little bit here. Kudeta trying to push them back here. Do they have enough damage to take out 2 of them? Oh, a nice bat skill here. Camper Duty still barely surviving, though. Pee-wee messing out on the knockup here. Is going to get knocked up himself here by Babbles, and unfortunately, Kudeta, last surviving member, is going to have to fly on out of here. Looking so close for the Argonauts, but unfortunately, they're just missing out on so many items at this time, so they're not able to clean up all the kills.
Yeah, Camper on duty as well, living on borrowed time in that fight, barely managing to stay alive and carry out that fight for this team. But fortunately for the Argonauts, they do have enough money to get all these revives off, just barely enough money. So yeah, they've managed to get themselves fully back on their feet before day 5 cycle hits, where the only avenue of respawning would become Lumi, which we see the Moldivers are hovering right now. But everybody's fully online as far as members for their teams go. 7 teams left, 21 players alive, and things are getting a little bit claustrophobic is the word I'm going to use here, as there's not a lot of space to move around. Nobody wants to be in the same zone as the Moldivers, so they're pretty much always going to have a zone to themselves, which really leaves 4 zones among 6 teams. So yeah, so some of these zones are going to get a little cramped.
Yeah, Nangja having 2 VF items online. We have the Chaser for Wokes as well. So Moldivers looking kind of scary at this point. The only team with multiple blood items online here. As you see, 1 on Kudeta. Oh, 1 on Bowser as well. But that is a 3, so they're going to be looking to be in a pretty scary spot here. Also, with the Wick Line buff online. As we do see Bingo walking up to Camper here. Going to get pulled. Going to take a little bit of damage. Free at last is going to go through. But look at that on the backside. We have the third party coming through. Busan Baddies looking to see what's going on here. As we trying to see if we can get an angle onto them at all. But kind of hard to walk into this space here. So they're just going to kind of hide it out. Wait a little bit. Deanne Camper going to be hiding on the backside, but Babbles maybe looking for a little bit of a flank here, but taking too much poke damage from Patar is going to just have to regroup with the team.
This zone closes in just a mere 10 seconds, which means that both of these teams need to get out of here. Meanwhile, Bowser getting blown up by the Argonauts here, but a good return from D. Michael. It's not going to be enough, as he does not have the damage necessary to take down anybody on the side of the Argonauts, but now locked in the area. They are going to smell blood in the water, and they're going to try and focus on Arky, and they're going to succeed at just that effort. Kudeta jumping over the wall. Argonauts now down to 2 members as well.
Very unfortunate for them that the third party just came in here, but looks like we have the revive going on for Busan Baddies. They're trying to sneak on by. Oh, did they get found out? It looks like they got out just in time here. And now maybe they could look for an angle here. Actually, they're looking to be in a bad spot as Babbles is going to find him here. Triple knockup here. Oh my god, the coup de grace is going to land on 2 of them. Bowser super low, 10 seconds of timer. Intimidation tactic is going to take him down. And Oisu, unfortunately, the last surviving member, getting found out by the 5th party. There was way too many teams into the zone, as now Kudeta is on the run here as well. Melody gets taken down here. Bingo, Busan Baddies both fall, with the Argonauts only having 1 member left.
Fortunately for the Argonauts, they still have 1 member left. If he can stay alive for a little bit longer, rack up a little bit of placement, it's not a bad outcome considering the situation they've been in pretty much all game, but I don't think that's going to happen now, as Kudeta landing on top of No Flame. They're going to make sure that this kill goes into their hands by any means necessary. Oh, Hercules blinking forward, not able to land the grab though, but Superior still on the chase. Meanwhile, down Fire Station, another fight breaking out. And that's going to be a big coup de grace. Oh my goodness, 3-man, but the Peacemaker used to keep locking alive. But Dian managing to close out the kill on the backside. Renandeo finishes off Dian, and now in a 2v1, Babbles all alone. Jigna is so low, but it's just not enough. And Babbles is going to get taken out by Renandeo. Locked in, winning out in this fight in Fire Station. But they're all in red. They got to run and find their way somewhere. Looks like they're going to opt towards Gas Station, where they're going to meet up with No Flame.
Yeah, Camper was trying so hard to stay alive, but I think he got taken down just from, like, the ghost light ticking. He was playing that very well at the end, but unfortunately the tick damage is too much, and now Locked In are gonna have to fight off against No Flame here into the zone, who do have the Chaser online, it looks like, on Hercules, so the poke damage is gonna start hurting here. We'll see if Lockney can find an angle. We kind of see her playing a little bit separated from the team, but Hercules is aware of that. 1 pull lands is probably about a quarter of the HP down. Just gonna keep scouting out with Wilson here. and seeing if they can find a pull onto anyone. Frankie, they have to try to stay safe here. Is good for now. Jingna taking a lot of damage. Hercules trying to find an angle. Lockney gonna have to use that Chrono Field to stay alive, but look at that damage from Frankie. It's just way too much to deal with. Garnet ulti is gonna land 1 kill, but unfortunately, there are still 2 members left on the side of No Flame here. They should be able to take this down in a moment. And now it will be them against the Moldivers here in the final zone. But looks like Moldivers might get advantage here as they're going to get their first, which is definitely not what No Flame wants to see.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to walk through here. There's only one way in without burning timer, and you better believe that Moldivers will be postured for it. Yeah, trail camera's going down. Wokes looking for an angle on this top side, out of vision, to land free poke. He might be able to accomplish just that as Hercules is real close to that wall. Yeah, you're going to get chunked. Oh, my goodness. EVA damage is no joke in the late game. Even just a little bit of damage in that little window of time can take out 80% of a Squishy's health bar and about half of a tank's. So even Superior has to be careful of where he positions as he's not able to find some sort of decisive engagement. He's just going to be taking poke for free from this EVA.
Yeah, you can see him just playing this wall here so they can't find him. You just see the recon drone get to scout out the rest of the team. Oh, now they're going to take out this White Lily. Oh, the pull is going to land. Super's going to go for it here. Quake damage is huge onto Wokes. And with the free last going to be stopped thanks to the Peacemaker here. Cairo shoot barely live on the backside does fall thanks to the Hex there. And now it will be Nangja, the last surviving member. And that's the hard thing when you play against Sicela, especially in your Ava. I mean, you have to stand still for a lot of your damage. The pull lands. Super gets to follow up. And it will be No Flame here, winning out in round 4.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need if you're No Flame, right? You need a decisive engage against this triple range composition. They got that. They were able to break the positioning of Moldivers as well. Cairo getting split from the pack means that, yeah, they're not. It's not as scary for Superior to walk up, as he's not going to be isolated against 3 ranged carries all hitting him simultaneously.
Yeah, very well played from No Flame there. I mean, I saw the angle that Wokes is going for, but unfortunately, I think he stayed there a little too long. They were more than aware where he was poking from, so they found the angle on for him, and it's kind of a lot easier for the Vi to play in that kind of way. I mean, you just wait for the Sicela pull, and the follow-up just comes up very well. I mean, he doesn't hit the catwalk, but the Quake damage actually did a lot there, so able to clean up the rest of the fight. Frankie was completely untouched, and yeah, No Flame being able to take out Moldivers here. Definitely a game that they needed after game 1. Hopefully Super got everything fixed. I got a little worried there in the beginning, but he loaded in just in time here.
Yeah, that it was definitely really worrisome for No Flame. Especially, like, that game 1 was absolutely atrocious for them. So hopefully with this, they'll be able to shoot up the scoreboard and try to make it into the finals, as they've only got 2 more games left to rack up as many points as they can. And that goes for all of these teams, right? But I believe we'll have the replay ready to go to see just how No Flame found this engagement. It was pretty clear cut from what it looked like to me. They just found the Sicela pull and followed up off it. But yeah, look at Hercules getting chunked by Wokes on the top side. Had there been anybody else able to follow up, it would have been great. But poor Nangja here is on heart duty, and if you keep an eye on Nangja throughout all this neutral, he's not able to do anything. He's just here along for the ride.
Yeah, he's way more passive than we've seen Renadeo play. He's just kind of waiting for them to engage so he can really shine here. And I was actually surprised. I thought Kairoshi would have like set the F-stop, but here's the engagement he's talked about. He does hit the taunt onto Nangja. That's enough for him to just kind of walk on top of a poor Wokes here, who actually gets hit by the pull there at the end. I didn't even notice that during the first time we saw this fight, and unfortunately Nangja is just kind of left by himself. There's nothing he can really do here. He tries to go for a kill, but unfortunately it's just not enough. And what I was talking about, though, as we're looking at this again, I'm surprised that Cairo didn't send the full stop after they see that the damage that comes onto Hercules here to just try to force this, because these are at a quarter HP. Like, it's gonna be so hard for them to fight in this spot, but they kind of just give them the free reset.
Yeah, and even on the bottom side here, you're going to see Frankie get comboed by Cairo, but Super does a good job at pulling Frankie out of this combo with that exclusive. Otherwise, Frankie would have went on the ground, Cairo would have lived, and this fight could have gone radically differently, even if this little mini fight on the bottom side had gone differently. So there's a lot of things that went No Flame's favor here. A good engagement onto Wokes here, and yeah, watch this bottom side pull back. Oh, actually, I think Frankie might have been able to walk off of it. He might have been okay, actually, but just in case, you know, Super with the exclusive, had that combo been a little bit more on point, yeah, the exclusive definitely would have been necessary, and they had access to it. So yeah, all in all, well played from No Flame across the board. And speaking of boards, we have scoreboards ready to peruse. So let's take a look, see at what we've got locked in. Still maintaining that lead with 81.5 points, but the Moldivers closing the gap a little bit at 66 points. No Flame shooting up the scoreboard now at 48.5 points, and Bingo in fourth with 36.5 points. And it's a close gap between fourth and fifth, where the cutoff is, as ClueFull is hot on their tail with 36 points in fifth place. In sixth place is Busan Baddies with 35.5 points, so only a 1 point gap between fourth to sixth. And from there, the Argonauts are in seventh with 29 points, and they're not far behind either. And Blast bringing up the rear in eighth with 23.5 points. But that was game 4, not 5. I almost said 5, but it was game 4, which means we will be going on a quick 5-minute break. I hope somebody tweeted and got free event NP. I will find out momentarily. So yeah, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Security vulnerability located. Engaging detection mode. Warning. Restricted area.
After that day, I am now reborn. Revel in fear, insects! Enough of these nobodies.
Weapon system upgrade.
All right, let's do this. Come on, entertain me. Stand still. You dare challenge me? Feet are into shape. Not even death can outrun me. My engine is already burning hot. I'll chase you to the ends of hell.
Schools are where justice is needed most. Ready to go. I'm the hero of justice at your service. Oh. I'll find my way forward with strength and determination. I won't miss. In the name of justice. This is my justice. It's nice if you get along with everyone. May tomorrow shine brighter and more peaceful than today. I'll stand strong with courage. Evil won't break me. Nice work. Let's keep going. Class is over. Want to hang out? I'll go too. Huh? Get up. Huh? It's over. Oh. When did I fall asleep? Marlene! Wanna take a selfie? Sure. Ta-da! Hey, can I post our selfie? Whatever. I studied so hard today. You literally just took a nap. Debbie, you only upload pictures where you look good. We're twins! What's the difference? Let's do this. Absolutely. Little sis's turn. Leave it to me. I had a good time. I feel way more refreshed now.
Making money while doing what you love, ain't that the best job ever? Let's not mix business with emotions, all right? I could smash things with this. Ever thought about working with me? Hole in one. You want to run later or walk now? you like it. Where do you think you're going? Water always does the trick. Feels good.
Have you ever longed to go back in time? They say time flies like an arrow. I wouldn't know. If you saw what I've become, what would you say? It's time to set time in motion again. You're not using me. I'm the one using you. You have my thanks, but I suggest you stop wasting my time. I must hold tight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had a nice last break for the day as we get into games 5 and 6 here in a quick jiffy here. Looks like we're already going to be going in, actually.
Yeah, that's the quickest of jiffies. And as you can see, the bans for all of these teams are piling up quite heftily. Locked in, going over to there's no Nikki Adela is dead. Well, we will be seeing the Lock Adela coming out, but alongside Jignut Camillo, Renindeo, or should I say, for the throwback, Bems Aiden.
That's kind of a throwback. I haven't seen Jignut play Camillo in quite a bit in comp. We always see him on like Nikki or like a tank for the team, but yeah, it looks like he's gonna be playing some of that frontline fun for the team. They're gonna get crazy. Actually, I'm excited to see Aiden. We don't see him often in competitive, but I always talk about him. He's just like a cool character. Like sometimes if I died to Aiden, I'm like, man, at least I looked cool dying. Like this character is so neat.
Yeah, he's definitely as the hood calls it, swaggy. You can't go like I knew you would not like me saying that.
I know, I'm so done.
Anyways, besides that, thank you to Al Useless for tweeting. I didn't have to point at all of you and get angry again. He saved me a great deal of grief today. So, yeah, people are going home with a VenNP. I can smile knowing that Al Useless is going to have a brand new emote to use in-game, and it's going to be great. But, yeah, getting into this next game here, we'll have to see what Lumi has on sale for us today. There's Lumi. Hello, Lumi. What do you got? Mickey's Meteorites, Game 5 Classico. That's what I'm going to coin it as now. Game 5, I better see Meteorites every time. Otherwise, it will no longer be a classic.
Otherwise, I will look a little bit dumb.
Yes, pretty much. And you know what else has been pretty dumb today? No Loot Buddies. Like, what's going on, man?
You know, it can't happen all the time. Like, it's like if it happened all the time, like you'd be so much more tired. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you guys don't see it, but I see it. When Loot Buddies comes up, you're like perked up in the chair. You're like so ready. You're like, oh my god, and you're like locked in, hands down on the desk. Like, it's crazy.
It's a full effort. Okay, I get really excited for it. It brings me back to a simpler time. There's actually. I have a clip to show you later that I recently rewatched. It's very funny. It's a Hat Mouse clip, and
oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
He gets out looted, and then he goes for a chicken, and then he gets the leather taken from him as well, and then he just quits. He just head pops. But like back then, that wasn't so far-fetched because back in the day, there was even when we had loot clusters introduced, all these boxes didn't have 6 to 8 items. They had 3! So if you didn't get certain items in your distribution, your game was just over. So yeah, lots of quality of life changes have happened since back then, and another quality of life is going to be the Gymnasium Special, as more fighting is going to be happening in your early game. Frankie Doodle forced to blink out as Camper on Duty and Babbles are trying to take out Jignut. Jignut, whoa! Huge blink to cut off with the Q3 to cancel out the fear of the blank cartridge as well. Jignut finding his way back in the Camper. No, is not going to be able to, as the Alcampas was still on cooldown on Camper on Duty. So with the in here with the Pure Edge Uppercut, they are going to finish off this menace of a Camillo.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Jugnet was moving, but unfortunately, he's the only members. Arky fighting off against Lockney here, trying to dodge out on the Queen combo. But it looks like they are just going to separate for now, as this fight has also started here. D. Michael hitting him with that bird to a crisp here, trying to burn him, but oh, it's actually a huge double knockup going to be landed from Kyro Shoot, as I just realized the Bull Divers are on the comp. Can I just like call it the NA comp of the century? Like, you always see this.
This is the comp of doom. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, the NA comp of doom. It's just dies of North America when I see this. Anyways, Renandeo is taken out here by the likes of NoFlame, and now over in, yeah, wow, Camper on Duty getting blown up. Internet Wrap on the run. Speedgate is going to be enough to get him out, but on the other side, Ian is not going to be so fortunate, as he will be taking down Babbles, managing to stay alive for the time being.
Oh, Skippy trying to follow up on Internet Wrap here as D. Michael is also going to go down. Peach is going to go over to the side of the Bull Divers here. Oh, did I just see a Bola go sideways from Wisu? Yeah. I'm not quite sure. As the waterway hits, the knockup's going to land. The Surf's Up is here. And now Wokes is going to follow suit here. One flower hits. Come on, guys. Hit the last one. Don't let Wisu move on you, guys.
What? Oh my, okay, that was looking like an old school MMO fight. The Wisu was just dodging out on the AoEs. But yes, the Moldivers are not a scripted boss fight. They are in fact human players, and they do manage to land some things to take out Wisu. Now, with the dust settled, and everybody racking up some modest early game points, looking at the credits on the bottom here, it actually looks like Bingo's walking away with a good amount, as well as the Moldivers. Lockney and try and fight it out here. Checkmate gonna come down. It's not gonna connect into Pee-wee-wee. Pee-wee-wee sidestepping the Knife Fork combination as well, but Queen is ready, does connect, but no Knife Forks are available. Trying to use the castling. Ooh, nice pawn at the end by Lockney, winning out on this 1v1 against Pee-wee-wee.
Yeah, Kudeta finding out on the bottom side. Looks like Jignet had fell as well. Arky on the run here. Gonna dodge out on D. Michael. Do they get to the plant in time? It looks like they might, as Kudeta on the run does get taken down here. Arky gonna have another plant to use, so they should be out of there for now, as they have to wait for the teammates to respawn. But looking at the time, the objectives are about to spawn. A huge Fear's Uppercut is gonna land right on top of Internet Wrap, but the Monkey Wire keeping him safe for now here, dodging out on the Slug, or the E actually. The Slugfest actually being used now to try to close the gap, but it looks like Sakura is kind of running circles on NoFlame right now. I'm really happy to see them now on the Tia, what they're more known for here. Gonna get hit by that Odyssey. 2 bookmarks have landed down Quixote for that Airborne here. Skippy, unfortunately, is not gonna get out. And now with that super on the chase here, the Purple Chipmunk combo to get on out of there for Sakura. Does not have Blink available anymore. And you know NoFlame, they're the team that loves the chase. Yeah, look at Frankie. Sakura tried to dodge out everything, but the bat still gets CC immune. Means that Blast is actually going to get taken down here right away in round 5.
It was so fortunate for Frankie to have those chickens alive. 3 hit on the radar gun meant that he got full fuel right away. But Melody gathering up the tree is collected. Kudeta alone. The rest of the Argonauts nowhere near, so no threat of a third party in the wings there. Bingo able to walk away with that tree. Gonna go over to Patar, and yeah, they got to be happy about that, winning out against the Moldivers.
Yeah, looks like we have more of a traditional comp on the side of Bingo. Effect now on that Adina. Patar even joining on the Kacha bandwagon here for the team, as they're just going to keep making their way around. Argonauts seem to still be split farming here. Pee-wee going to take out these wolves, but it's going to be found out by Weiss here, who's going to try to hit the Q, but the blink. Oh, another blink, but it looks like the fire escape is actually to dodge out on the Bola. So, Pee-wee safe for now. As you see Camper on Duty trying to run away. Is Camper on pistol? Oh my god, he is. I thought he was on AR at first. This is different.
Yeah, this is not what I would expect. I definitely would expect AR with this composition, so their damage is going to be a little strange, but it is Glove Leon instead of Tonfa, so they do have that surprise factor damage. Uh-oh, speaking of surprise factor, White Lily right into Pee-wee-wee, and now Camper on Duty. Uh-oh, that quick turn, we don't need to talk about it. They managed to disengage, but nonetheless, Frankie bike flipping over the wall, trying to find some sort of engagement, looking to set his sights on the Camper on Duty, but the blank cartridge used in response on the wheelie. Now, NoFlame still in the chase, Superior managing to close the gap, and now with Dian isolated, that's going to be who NoFlame sets their sights on, but over to the White Lily, they're going to meet up. Oh goodness, this pawn bridge is a mess. They're going to meet up with the Busan Baddies. We're looking to try and get this kill. Everyone's sharking Dian, trying to make sure they can get the kill, but No Flame is just the unstoppable force, mowing down everyone in the path of the pawn bridge, looking to try and close the gap onto D. Michael. Superior still on the chase. We need to stop chasing at some point, right? Double Don Quixote used. Few connects. And now Superior resetting his cooldowns on the board means that he's going to get access to his dash once again. And now, with that, he should have another dash in the tank soon, but it's not enough to get in range. But his ultimate is available once again with the memory, able to keep rotating these cooldowns onto D. Michael. This chase is not going to end anytime soon. D. Michael, a little sidestep with the dagger skill, but it's not going to be quite enough.
Super!
Oh my goodness, what is wrong with the Superior guy?
He's in too deep now. You know, at some point, oh my god, D. Michael with the crazy oh, this one's still, isn't it enough? Oh no, the double Odyssey. I was gonna say, at some point, Super's like, guys, I'm already way too dedicated. Like, I gotta keep going.
the sunk cost fallacy was way too strong. But Pee-wee getting hit by the Surf's Up is gonna get taken out. Kudeta now on the run. Dian using the Slugfest to try and close the distance here. They should be able to pick up this kill on Kudeta momentarily here, but Effect might catch wind of this and steal it. Not quite in time to be able to take that one away from the likes of ClueFull. But ClueFull walking away with 2 kills, and Bingo gonna be able to get some credits off that corpse, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'm looking at across the board here. Argonauts, so they have 1 member. Busan Baddies are all back on the board now after the crazy psycho chase of October 4th, 2025. As we have 30 seconds left until day 3 does start here, we do see a couple teams in the area of Cemetery. Arky's kind of by himself here, probably waiting for his teammates to respawn. But where did Pee-wee go? Oh, they're all up in gas stations. So Arky's actually going to regroup with them here. They're going to find Babbles. A nice stun to cancel out on the duck dive here means that this fight is going to continue onwards. So a nice E from Patar to make sure he isn't stuck into the ulti from DN here. But with the White Lily, I think he should be out of there. Kind of a little bit of an awkward fight from the side of ClueFull, but they do escape for now. Unfortunately, though, they are going to give up the cemetery tree over to Bingo.
No Flame gathering this meteorite. Arky is going to catch wind of this with Kudeta. A pole attempt, but it's not going to connect. White Lily also used to push Arky away as Superior escapes.
Yeah, very well done. By the side of No Flame here, able to pick up the meteorite, and looks like it's going to go over to Frankie here, probably over to the DM. And yeah, it looks like we're just gonna keep on moving around. Nothing quite happening. A couple people in chapel. It looks like, oh, a little bit of a cheese angle as Namja gets found. Kyroshoot on the run. Gonna duck dive to try to save him, but I don't think that's what you wanted to do in that situation. He needed to get out. Wokes is already long on out of there. But well played by ClueFull for playing that angle onto them.
For the Moldivers, they don't actually have enough credits to fully revive just yet, so it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for them at this point. They missed out on an early game objective. They don't have enough credits to revive. They're going to try and push what they can. They need a little bit more money. It's time to get out of here as, yeah, they're aware that ClueFull's closing in on them, so they're going to leave. Meanwhile, up in archery range, pure destruction as Locked In completely annihilates the likes of Busan Baddies. But fortunately for them, D. Michael is out, and they do have credits to revive.
Yeah, so they get the revive off, it looks like here, as the rest of all the Moldivers are going to farm. Namja going to go get the revive in school, it looks like, here safely in the red zone. As everyone else is kind of separated here. Lumi is up in Temple, so someone could definitely take that over and then get the Omega on after, which would be a lot of value if a team can make it over there in time. We do see Argonauts poking a little bit here with the Adriana. But as you can see for the side of Locked In, they're kind of in an awkward spot. They're stuck in the middle of 2 teams. I think Lockney's aware of it, just trying to get out of here. Gonna get a little bit of damage on a D. Michael here. But they gotta be careful because they gotta get through this team before they get sandwiched here by the Argonauts. They're just gonna kind of keep waiting it out. The vision is still... Oh, the vision's not theirs now. Argonauts are gonna see what's going on here. Oh, they didn't get it out in time. This is looking scary. They're sticking it. They're so crazy. If I was Lockney, I would have ditched.
Yeah, I would have been gone. Yeah, see you later, guys. But in the corner they go, Locked In. Oh man, yeah,
this
time
is
to
scary.
go. Yeah,
oh no, okay.
See you later, guys. Yeah, let's go. The VLS prep, they know they're in a bad spot, but Bowser getting locked up a little bit. Explosive Bolo going wide on Arky on the other side. Now D. Michael trying to close the gap on the Pee-wee. Cooking it up, and now look at this, Locked In using their positioning and knowledge of the situation to loop around and find a third party. They're closing in on all these teams, and now Bowser manages to find the kill on Pee-wee. Argonauts wiped, but At what cost? Busan Baddies now down to 2 members, looking to get down to 1 as Jignut is not giving up this chase quite yet. Rapier skill not available, but Alcon Pass was, so they do manage to find the kill onto Bowser D. Michael once again alone in his endeavors alive, as locked in, using that mobile VLS to loop around. They knew they were in a pincer situation. They knew both teams were going to contest the box and managed to find their way. Wait, what the heck? Wokes, when did he get here? I guess he hyperlooped from... okay, interesting. Anyways, the Bulldivers are going to hyperloop to Nangja this time around, where he's nice and safe. And yeah, Busan Baddies managed to get one revive off, but they're not able to get the other. Still on the run.
It looks like they can get it safely in Fire Station, as no one else is around, as the rest of the teams are kind of spread out here. So they are fine for the time being, as Bingo is actually missing out on 2 members, only able to get 1 revive here, it looks like, for the time being. Effect is going to be able to land into Temple here, and it's able to get 1 member alive, and it looks like most of Temple could be up. So they have a little bit of time to farm this up here, but they only have about 20 seconds to get enough before their next revive. Looking at the credits at the bottom, No Flame has a lot of credits. They have 600 here on top of Super at the time being.
Yeah, and Bems as well. Oh my god, not even just that. All of locked in. 500 apiece across the board for their credits. Means that they are just waiting for day 4 to hit so they can just get rich. And they have a blood box dropping on Jignut as well. Going nice and deep in isolation in red to make sure absolutely nobody can contest them on any of what they have going on. They know they have a strong late game. They just need to be able to make it there. So they're going to use every resource available to them to make sure that they get all of this. Jignut, 10 seconds timer, should have a safety drone, I would hope, as it's going to be a lot of timer. 3 seconds left, so yeah, they're burning all of their timer, but at this point, I'd imagine one of them has enough for mobile kiosks, surely, so we can spend all this money. Maybe not, actually. They might have used all their energy, but Moldivers getting opened up. Wokes gets knocked up, but able to kite back. Cairo on the front lines all alone. Oh, they're playing a little bit too much front to back on the side of No Flame. Superior getting chunked, and now the return damage from Nangja is starting to hit. Hercules is the first to get taken down. The extension of this fight drawing out is favorable for the Moldivers.
Yeah, Cairo playing that really well, just soaking up a lot of damage, having that quick spin too to stay alive for a long time. His effect is going to chase D. Michael here. This poor guy, this poor chef, has been running this entire game as he uses the dash to dodge out on the abilities from effect here. Is able to stay alive for his team yet again. Oh, Jignut. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, I'm going to leave now. Anyways, Moldivers fighting back once again against No Flame. Echoes of the Earth used huge duck dive, manages to open up Hercules, and finding that 1 kill is all they need to win out on the rest of this fight. The Moldivers trying to push forward. Superior and Frankie on the run. Super are able to dash out, so yeah, the Moldivers aren't going to be able to chase this any for Cairo? Oh, okay, I got worried. You just stopped moving all of a sudden. Like, I see that now and I get scared. But yeah, Moldivers able to win out quite handedly, and they're just going to hold this position here. Revive already come through for the side of No Flame, but yeah, they're going to have to loop around and go somewhere else, as this corridor is not going to be able to be pushed through.
Yeah, locked in. Are also going to be taking Wickle line here. Looks like completely uncontested, so that's going to be a VF on the side of someone. Oh, they're fighting over the red. Babbles, don't let him get it! Oh, he got it just in time. That's crazy.
This D. Michael guy might just be the goat of getting his team back on their feet, but they're not out of the woods yet. They still have to... Okay, I thought there were 2 men. They still have to fight through Bingo. I got worried. I only saw 2. I was looking at the map, and then Effect came rolling in. A police on the side, opening up on Patar. Patar getting chunked, almost dropped. Yes, they managed to find the kill of Patar. So, Busan Baddies, despite everything, is actually going to make it out alive from rags to riches here. And they're going to be able to get a blood out of this rift as well, as it's the late game rift. Yeah, they just need to win out in this 2v1. Melody, yeah, gets taken down. Effect, poor Effect all on his lonesome. Won't be able to win out. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how low the backside was. But yeah, if this fight extends, they should have no problems. Effect only has 2 seconds timer left as well. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, terminate. Busan Baddies winning out on that huge rift. It's exactly what they needed to get back in the game.
Yeah, that was... I was surprised Patar walked up like that. Wisu was not letting that happen for free. He just ripped the bullet instantly. He's like, oh, nah, that's not going to happen. Now, VF online on the side of Busan Baddies. Maybe a little bit of life left in this game for them as they get the Chaser online for Bowser here. And they're gonna have to get back into the zones, it looks like. We do see two teams posturing here. Renandeo gonna take over the CCTV from No Flame, while Frankie's gonna have to just fly on out of here. I don't think they're aware of it. So No Flame should be safe for now, as Busan Baddies are now gonna come back on the island here, taking their time with it. And they are gonna be safe here inside a cemetery.
For the time being, yes, they will be safe inside the cemetery, but who isn't safe is No Flame down in Dock. They're actually going to use this VLS to get themselves out of a corner against Locked In, recognizing that they're the Wickline team and not wanting the smoke for the time being. Going to join the Busan Baddies over in this ever so safe zone of cemetery, and we'll see if they end up fighting. No Flame looking to grab CCTVs, establish vision control. Busan Baddies, however, are going to be caught in a really weird position. They've got Moldivers above them. They go try to rotate down to factory. Locked In, the Wickline team is over there. So yeah, they're in a bit of a weird spot, but Moldivers looking to go over towards Pond, put pressure on ClueFull. And yeah, we'll see how it works out for them, getting all those shields and looking to step forward, landing an auto attack. Nongja, that's going to be the name of the game for this, right? Get the shields, move forward. Yeah, exactly. Textbook from Moldivers.
Yeah, Wokes also has the Queen of Hearts online, so that's a lot of cooldown on the side of their Priya here. Sitting at 41%, they're actually going to opt to go over to the... Oh, they actually...
Oh my
I was wondering
goodness.
how that was going to work. I was like, oh, the knockup landed, but they do barely get over, so a little bit of luck out for them. But now, you see Hercules going right for Caper on duty here, but with the blank cartridge, it is going to land. The other Pure Rage uppercut is going to land here, and this time it'll be Hercules going down super, trying to get this fight won on their side, but Frankie now, the last surviving member, as the rest of the Moldivers come through. Oh, two of them actually going to the other side there. As Frankie and Dian are on the run here from Wokes, is just pushing forward. Nongja isn't too far behind them here. And yeah, with that, Dian will fall to actually Frankie, able just barely to sneak out the kill. Pyro is alive, just jumping back over to the team.
Now Renandeo, ooh, watch your timer, Renandeo. You guys burned a lot earlier, down to just, I think it was 6 seconds I saw? 5, actually. Yeah, Locked In. They burn a lot of resources to get to their game state they're in. One of those resources being timer. They need to win out on a fight soon, and they're going to find one now. Jignut looking to get onto the backside, does manage to find his way, and down goes Bowser first. Now they got to turn their sights onto Whis. Oh my goodness! Huge Q3 coming out from Jignut. He goes down in the process, but it's more than enough of a effort from him for Locked In to win out on the fight. And now with that, they got a lot of timer back, which is desperately a resource they needed, and they got some more points on the board. Busan Baddies just down to Whis. He's itemized, but he's down and out without his teammates.
Yeah, looking at the items that I saw during that fight, Renandeo has 2 blood items online. I believe he had Blood Crown and Dainsleaf. This guy's scary. Look at that the side of Locked In. They are terrifying here as they're going to move their way into factory, leaving the Moldivers by themselves actually in, I believe that's Pond up there, yeah. So we'll look at what's going to happen in factory here. As No Flame is going to get found out here. Frankie going to put down the finish line. Going to see what's going on. Is Lockney trying to look for the knockup combo here, but not actually going to land with anything. But Renandeo is going to try to continue this fight here. Knockup is going to land from Lockney here. And now Super is able to get in maybe in time to clean some of this up, but I think the items from Jignut able to barely get out. Oh, but Blank actually coming out from Super. As that was an interesting engage from this side of Locked In. I didn't expect them to force it that hard here, and now they are stuck in a 2v2 while Super's trying to get the res onto Hercules here, is able to get it just in time. Jignut trying to self-res on the top side. I don't think that No Flame's aware of it, but they should be able to clean up a kill into Lockney just in time here, as Renandale's going to be the last surviving member and is going to fall. So we'll be a Moldivers No Flame final zone here. But first, Wisu is going to get his shot at 3 of them. He's going to walk up.
Oh, yeah.
Bola's going to be ripped. Oh, getting some good damage on Super, though. Blanket is going to be used. Trying to kite them out. He's doing it, but he's not doing it. Oh, no, it's not going to get done.
And, you know, if it wasn't the Sua, he might have got one. But all of a sudden, autos were splashing on everyone, and I saw a lot of yellow letters spelling dodge all over my screen. So, yeah, curious. A curious case indeed. But... It will be the Moldivers against No Flame, a classic bout of North America, if you will. Yeah, that fight with Locked In was ambitious by Locked In on the engagement, is what I'll say. Maybe a bit uncoordinated. It definitely looked like Renandeo and Jignut were like hitting a ward or something, and Lockney was just fighting for her life on the bottom side. But now Hercules has meter online, perhaps looking for a Pure Rage Uppercut. Nongja's going to be the target of focus. We've seen No Flame fight against this composition in the past. They do not like Priya. This character might be the bane of their existence. No Flame loves to dive in together, coordinated, and make a play happen. And Priya's whole thing is just Echoes of the Earth completely negates that type of engagement style. So we'll have to see how No Flame adjusts around this type of composition, finding the Pure Rage Uppercut into Nongja, but Nongja establishing so much distance. And look at No Flame. They're caught behind a wall. They're caught on guillotines. There's no way they can follow up off of that Pure Rage Uppercut. So Hercules goes down for free. Now Nongja is just lighting them up, frontlining. He knows there's absolutely no fear. Duck Dive connects onto Superior. Down he goes. And now Nongja looking to finish it off, and he does just that. A 3-0 sweep from the Moldivers.
Yeah, that's what they really are going to need here. A very nice round 5 for them. And yeah, unfortunately, Priya's like the kryptonite for No Flame here. I mean, you see it time and time again. I mean, Hercules gets the ulti on Nongja, but you see the Echoes of the Earth get ripped instantly, and then how does the team follow up? It's so difficult, but they tried their best, and yeah, it was a
that's all they can
very
do,
fun
right?
effort.
Yeah, that's all they can do is try their best. But yeah, Nongja establishing so much distance away from No Flame, and that house was just a giant wall, a bastion of security for Nongja to sit behind. And yeah, neither Frankie or Super are able to get through it. And by the time that they manage to find an angle, the EMP wears off, these guillotines come back into play, and they both get rooted up by them as well. So yeah, absolutely huge by the Moldivers. And that's just how important having priority over a zone is. And that definitely gets accentuated with that composition.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll be able to see that back here on the replay. So we'll take a look at that here with you guys in just a moment and see how it all went down. And yeah, we're actually in a good spot. I was like, I wonder how far back we're going to have it here. We see Hercules trying to push forward. Guarding Reverse keeps him healthy-ish. As Wilkes gets a lot of poke. I mean, he has that Queen of Hearts online, so he's just constantly pumping out shields and poke damage onto the team. It's kind of hard to deal with here. As you see the recon drones going out, they're trying to scout it out. Nongja is like eons away from his team at most points. He's letting them like do the poking. He's like, yeah, you guys have fun, as they are just gonna keep making their way around it. At some point, Hercules, yeah, here he thinks he has the angle. Gardner versus he's fully stacked up and he wants to force it, but as you can see, the team is just not there at all. They're on the complete other side. They're even on the other side of the house. They're on the other side of the wall, and at that point, yeah, the rest of the team can't catch up.
The EMP wears off, and both Frankie and Super get guillotined simultaneously while Hercules is on the other side. And yeah, there's just, the positioning seems a little uncoordinated from No Flame. It's definitely a hard zone for them to fight. A lot of walls that Superior has to deal with trying to get over. You even see at the start of the engagement, Frankie has to bike flip over a wall to even have a stone's throw chance of trying to follow up on this Pure Rage Uppercut. It's, but, you know, at some point you have to do something. You can't sit here neutral against this team. You're poking with Suicune against a bunch of shields, and they're hitting you with what I'm assuming is Priya with just a bunch of item damage. Leon has item damage too. Obsidian GT with the Cataclysm. I believe they both have Sanguine Gunby as well, so you get the Hex proccing. There's just no way they can sit here neutral against this team. So yeah, Hercules looks for the engagement, finds a Pure Rage Uppercut, but it's just, there's too much distance established, and the Echoes of the Earth completely zones off Frankie and Super.
Yeah, you almost wish that they kind of went for like they try to triangulate on the team, because they know like finding this front to back is so difficult. They've tried it time and time again, so it almost seems more beneficial to try to find some other angle onto it, and they kind of have the means to do so. It might take longer, but that might be the only chance they have. But unfortunately, there is no more of round 5, because I believe we have the scores actually already before we go into our final game. So let's take a look at what the scores are sitting at before the final game of the evening. Locked In is definitely chilling here in first with 96.5, and not too far behind them as the Moldivers with 86, where you finally see another drop off with No Flame here in third. And, you know, fourth is when it starts to get kind of scary. Busan Baddies here with 48.5, ClueFull right below them. Bingo not too far behind them as well. It'll be the fight over fourth here in the final game, as we also have Argonauts who could maybe have a pop-off game and, you know, take over. And we have Blast here in 8th as well. So that'll be the scores here for round 5 before we get into round 6 to, you know, see who will actually make it into the finals.
Yeah, and what's crazy is even Blast isn't fully out of it. We saw Locked In have a 29-point game. If Blast can replicate that kind of success, they can shoot up even up to 4th place with a big game like that. So, yeah, It's do or die here coming into the 6th game for a lot of these teams. It's so very close, especially from 4th through 6th. These teams have a very close gap between each other. And with only a 1-point gap between Busan Baddies and ClueFull, it's going to be really close. Points are going to be everything in this next coming game as we hop in. The bans are stacked up to the max. This is the most bans you're going to see out of today. Molldivers managing to keep most of the roster in check. Same with Blast here, which is definitely favorable for Blast as they have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they definitely do indeed. Sukira actually to stay on the Tia. No Flame might actually be putting Hercules on the Alonzo as it's do or die here. Oh, nope, just kidding. Maybe going over to the Stella. Molldivers going to be pivoting over to the Theodore comp this time around, which we see them play a lot in like finals to really push through and get that final win here. Argonauts changing it up completely here as well, as the rest of the teams seem to be sticking to what they know, except for Bingo actually completely changing it up as well. Patar now in the Arda, and they're going to have that dive composition here with the Kiara and the Abigail.
Yeah, but we will have to see what ends up happening. I mean, Bingo, they're pretty close. I mean, this is the kind of team, too, that we've seen Arda Chiara in the past from Dino Dance, and we've seen them get a lot of kills on it. Chiara's biggest shortcoming is having a ticket in, and Arda provides just that. So, yeah, it's definitely something that could rack up a lot of kills, but this team is also a team that could just die. As the shortcoming, Arda really just covers the shortcomings of Abigail and Chiara so well. Abigail and Chiara, their shortcoming is their lack of mobility, and Nimrod's Gate is just like mobility for the team. So yeah, love to see Arda paired with these characters. And you know what else I love seeing paired with characters? Lumi with some sweet RNG. What do we have as a rare material to... What happened? I didn't see it. There, okay, it was trees. I don't know if it was me or what happened there, because it might have been my fault. But we do have trees, which I hate. I do not like it when there's trees, because trees, they're such a weird resource.
Trees are weird. You just don't play characters that like trees. You don't, you know, they got the blood stuff with the trees. They got the elf dress.
The amp. That's all I hear is skill amp.
If you were cool and you played Fiora, you could go Almus on two-handed.
Amp.
You need to broaden your horizons, man. I miss it. You used to.
We were playing Aya. You could go Scotties and okay, like.
Then come on, and Kyro shoot. Bullying Bowser here a little bit. He's just walking out of Rinandeo out here. Poor Bowser.
And Rinandeo picking up that kill, maybe looking for 2 as Kyro might become his next victim. Both of them are missing a severe amount of items because there is absolutely 0 damage going on right now.
Yo, Kyro's whipping him!
Yeah, Kyro is watching him whip, watching him nay-nay as he's trying to do what he can, but actually Kyro's kind of winning out, but Lockney is here. Nightfork connects, and wait, there's a healing plant. There's more nothing max to be done. Woke's here now to back things up. They're really committed on getting this Kyro shoot kill. Whoa, Drift King goes back with the catwalk inward to Rinandeo. Jignut on the chase. Maybe biting off a little more than he can chew here. Yes, indeed, but Camper on duty. Finding the third party, looking for kills. Nongja hitting the, I don't even know what that was, the zigzag? But he got out. Managed to dodge out on that blank cartridge. Finds a taunt as well from Kyro shoot onto Camper on duty. So Molldivers walking away with 1 point racked up on the board. Jignut is just like walking. Like he's going places. And his team is never near him in these situations when he does it, but manages to get out. White Lily in conjunction with the Speed Gate should be able to get regrouped with Lockney, no problem. But it looks like Rinandeo just ditched. He is not about everything that's going on over there.
Yeah, it looks like we have no flame back on the Rio comp, I just realized. Hopefully no disconnects happening this time. Camper duty now this time on the AR. It's just autoing poor Patar here in the corner. Gonna get a point for the team. Super trying to take out DN here. Dodging out on the E means that no stun will land. Slugfast for a little bit of distance, but the E shift, the last auto will do the trick. as we have the bears spawning now. Cairo shoot. Oh, gonna use the board to try to catch up to Jignut here. And with that, we have the signature fireball coming out from Nongja to be able to pick up the kill onto Jignut here. And they're gonna be able to take the bears in the zone here as well. Super and Hercules trying to fight this out. Spirit Arrow lands. Bow skill will connect as well. 2 more autos should do the trick onto Babbles, but it looks like DN here gonna try to ruin the party, and it looks like that will happen. 2 members of No Flame will be going down.
But Frankie has been peacefully split farming in forest, so at the end of the day, Moldiver's No Flame is racking up a good amount of credits for the board right now. And if you look at the bottom, you can see all the credits, and once again, No Flame is ahead in credits compared to the rest of the lobby. They seem to just have the early game macro on lock compared to everybody else. Everybody else looking to get grouped up early, prioritizing getting more points. No Flame taking a different twist on it. They like to split farm up a little bit more and try to snowball their game through credits. But for the time being, nobody's really racked up too many points, right? It's been a relatively tame early game despite everything. Lockney getting taken down, so that'll be another point on the board for Blast. And yeah, like we said earlier, Blast, this is a team that has a lot of work to do. You can see the scores on the bottom right. They need a lot of kills. Internet Rap getting a little bit too close to for comfort here. Melody gonna let the plague rip, and now going over to Sakura, who's trying to take down Batar on the backside now, setting their sights more towards Melody. Internet Rap taking a lot of damage from Batar. Now Effect looking to come in, do a lot of damage. Skipping Gurk managing to stay alive with that 2-handed parry from Effect's initial burst, but Effect should be able to find the kill into Sakura. Meanwhile, on the other side, Batar killing Skipping Gurk, so now Internet Rap all alone. Effect is gonna find Internet Rap, manages to dodge out on the Suture by blinking over towards the Raven, and now Internet Rap should be able to get out of this, looking to try and turn things actually. Ooh, good dimensional strike to dodge out on all of that damage from Internet Rap, so Effect winning out.
Yeah, looks like we have Weeks on the run here. Pee-wee trying to interrupt this here. Another team's right behind him. The knockup's gonna land, and there will be Busan Baddies actually being taken down here in the final game, as we have the third party coming through. Kadeta trying to interrupt us here. Arky trying their best to stay alive. Wolf Assault online here, but the D-skill gonna be able to push everyone away and be able to stay safe. Unfortunately, the White Lily's gonna be here. Arky getting some good damage into Babbles. We do have the exclusive coming out, but it will not be enough. Kudeta is just gonna have to walk away from the team for now. Maybe able to take up the Meteorite, but actually I don't think that will happen, as we do see Camper just chasing him down here into Warehouse.
Yeah, but he should be okay. Oh, maybe not. We don't know if that's what you want to do. Yeah, let's get out of here. That's Camper's Meteorite, and that's okay, Kudeta. Your team is going to respawn due to your efforts, so good on him to not stick that Meteorite and get up on out of there with the Nimrod's Gate. Meanwhile, Melody on the ground in school, thanks to the hands of Locked In. Kudeta looking to farm out on these wolves, maybe able to get 2 rotations. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, things are relatively calm for now as the dust is settled on the initial objectives. Renadeo getting hit by the EMP barrage. Internet Rap. Whoa! Swanky little rampage cancel Suture into the wall. I'm a fan, Internet Rap.
Yeah, that was really clean indeed. Yeah, the nice thing is that when you use a second part of the rampage, you can like cancel the movement with your Suture. So you can get some pretty crazy angles, and you see him do it here. Yeah, that was really clean from Internet Rap here. Dodging on the back step too, and he just keeps on this chase. You see the EMP barrage go down, and yeah, the rest of it just goes very well. Boom, as he stops Renandeo from escaping there. I think he was going to try to do another back step, but able to cancel out on that. As we see a couple teams here in Uptown. Camper going to take over the CCTV, going to see possibly Argonauts in the area, but I believe that's only 2 of them. Not quite sure where their third is, as Lockney's being chased down here.
Yeah, should be an easy kill. Oh, maybe not, as the White Lily creates an engagement, and look at the positioning. Everyone's just everywhere in this fight, but Superior able to stay alive on the backside. Gonna take out Renandeo. Lockney on the run, too low to contribute, and now Jignut not able to find the kill on Frankie. Means that it's down to a 2-on-3. Frankie has running rights on Jignut, as Alcampas is still on cooldown on Frankie there. So with that, No Flame wins out on what could have been a really awful situation for them with how the fight broke down. But yeah, they won out regardless. Meanwhile, over in the Rift, Blast fighting out with Argonauts. Full Rainbow counteracted by the exclusive from Pee-wee. So with that all on cooldown for both sides, We'll see how the re-engagement goes. Looks like it's going to be a Nimrod's Gate for Piwiwi to find a taunt onto Sakura. Follow-up, not able to land in time. Now Internet Wrap looking for a combination, does not connect on the Cadet on the backside, but Skip and Gurk is there to follow up and make sure this kill happens. Now Skip and Gurk and Internet Wrap dangerously low on the backside, but Sakura has managed to stay alive and has managed to pump out a lot of damage. Internet Wrap almost getting taken out by Piwiwi, but manages to dash out with the Rampage dash. Arky getting taken out now, so now in a 1v3 with just the tank, should be an easy win out for the likes of Blast.
Yeah, Blast doing a good job of waiting out for the Wolf Assault to go down, because once that's down, that's a lot of Nadine's damage negated, and you know, you're not getting constantly slowed, and you're not getting your attack speed slowed, so once that's down, it's really easy, it's a lot easier to fight it out, especially in this early game where you don't have a lot of items on the Nadine quite yet, as we have about 30 seconds left until day 3 comes through. Oh, a free RNG on the side of ClueFull there on the Bears, so luckily for them, gonna get that online here. Looks to be a Mithril, I believe, going over to their Nikki. Yep. And yeah, 20 seconds left before anything else quite happens here. Possibly a cemetery tree fight. We do see Nikki kind of walking up that way. And looking at the items, everyone seems to be in at least a decent spot. Blast, you know, missing a couple here and there. Oh, maybe even locked in, but everyone's, you know, pretty on pace here so far.
Yeah, nobody's gotten an exuberant amount of RNG to push themselves ahead or anything. Tempo's relatively samey across the board. Wokes using the Sapphire Protocol to scout ahead for Moldivers, seeing what's more forward inside Cemetery, but they're not going to find anything over there. Nothing yet, but what lurks around the corner in Cemetery is certain death if the wrong person crosses that corner alone. Moldivers, though, not interested. They're actually going to rotate upwards towards Hospital, taking things nice and slow for the time being.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a slow mid-game. Everyone, you know, wanting to try to get as many points as they can here. Because as you can see, top 4 will be the ones making it out here. Unfortunate for Busan Baddies already out. Means it's kind of like ClueFull and Bingo fighting it out for the top 4 spot here. ClueFull looking to be in a pretty good spot, though. Quite a bit of kills so far here. As we do see 2 teams kind of posturing around Fire Station. Bingo, one of the teams trying to make it into top 4 here. Renandale has his passive stacked up. Backstep, gonna try to get closer to the team here, but nothing's quite gonna happen yet. We do have the Queen stacked Internet Wrap here on the back end, though. But even look behind them, No Flame is here. Nice combo on a Patari here, and oh, with the ulti coming from Aiden means that is lights out. Renandale gonna use the backstep to dodge out here, and now the rest of Locked In are able to back on out of here as effect. Getting chased. Bingo only having, I think, 1 member left already out of their Spirit Arrow coming through as 3rd, 4th parties are coming through. Skippy trying his best to get out and trying to get the kill into Jignut, but not going to quite find it here. Super safe for now. Sakura hiding out in the corner, unfortunately. I think Bingo is out of there. Yeah, they're completely in archery range here. The whole full team eliminated from that crazy outcome. There were so many teams here.
Yeah, that was just chaos. There was no other word for it, but Sakura is just sitting in this corner waiting for perhaps an opportunity or some sort of notion on the map to cue him out of that corner. The Internet Wrap, though, is going to get knocked up by the Night Fork. Good Suture, though, after the Rapier skill to push Jignut back into Lockney, get the stun, and create the escape opportunity for himself.
Yeah, and with that, Sakura able to get out from the corner here to kind of scout out what's going on here. Blast having 2 members left. Just have to get 1 more. And with that, we have No Flame and School here with everyone else completely separated across the map. So I don't think we're going to see anything happen for quite a bit here. Argonauts has the VFX online. So they're going to be kind of a walking target here as you do see Blast coming into the Rift. And I don't think another team made it in, so it will be free for them as they get back onto the island.
Yeah. And looking at the map, everybody relatively split up. Looks like Forest might be a bit of a hot spot here. Yeah, here we go. Looking at ClueFull posture against the Argonauts. Argonauts have a red box spawning momentarily. They're going to want to create some distance, maybe hover towards the VLS. Try and get out of this corner and make sure they can get that box for themselves. Locked in, though. Winning out against the Moldivers. It looks like trying to find clean engagement. Wokes trying to kite back against Jignut. Is going to be able to get away from him for the time being. The exclusive use. Try and get more distance. Sapphire Protocol as well out of the bush is going to keep Wokes alive after everything is said and done. And from that, they bear the fruits of their labor. Moldivers able to take out 2 members of Locked In.
Yeah, looks like we have another fight going on here. Internet Wrap kind of in a scrap against effect here, as we do see the ulti coming out from Melody. And with that, we already use the stasis. Full Rainbow's going to come out as well. Sakura trying to run away from the team here. Ghostlight is going to proc onto Melody as well, but I don't think it's quite going to get a kill. So nothing coming out from either team. Tree of Life, though, going to be given over to a different member. Looks like going to go over to Sakura here. And possibly a rematch going to be happening in school in a moment. As you do see, I think that's Patar coming to scout ahead.
Yeah, but it looks like Blast is out of there. Little RNG found a quick tree onto effect. He's going to drop it over to Melody, so that will be another transition online. But yeah, we can check back on this replay, and yeah, look at Nangja on the top side. He gets a little bit split off, but Wokes is able to just stay alive after everything's said and done. And once he's able to regroup with Nangja, the fight is just, it's too far gone at this point. This Theodore has lived way too long with how much of a commitment Locked In has put in on trying to kill him. So with that, they're able to win out quite handedly.
Yeah, we do have the Argonauts here in school, just trying to get a little bit more farm here. The fight's actually breaking on Research Center here, as we do see Blast kind of in an awkward spot. Internet Wrap having to use the emergency surgery to get out, but it will not be enough. Blast, unfortunately, is going to be eliminated here as well in our final game, as Locked In just completely takes them out here.
Yeah, and that'll be, unfortunately, the end of Blast's run for this tournament. But we still have more action over in Hotel. Bingo trying to kite back against No Flame. Hercules still getting aggressive, still pushing forward, finds the stun on a Melody, but neither Super or Frankie are able to follow up. But yet Nimrod's Gate to access the backline, but the response time from Frankie and Super is immaculate. They do not give any sort of quarter to get onto them. Whoa! Melody gets blown up! Try and get on the backside. Effect, alt air. Oh my goodness! The pressure is on for Bingo as they're crumbling before our eyes. And with that, No Flame wins out on this fight. 2-1. Patar trying to make something happen. Does find a return kill onto Frankie. Maybe looking to finish the corpse. Yeah, let's not get greedy now. Get up on out of here, Patar. But yeah, a little awkward on the side of the melees for Bingo.
Yeah, that was a lot of burst damage from Frankie. I thought Melody would maybe get... Oh, before we even get on that, Patar on the run here, as they were found out on the cam that was placed by the Moldivers, trying to chase, but not chasing too far here, as we do see Superior actually on the ground, gonna get taken down by the Argonauts here. And now with that, Wickeline contested finally in Game 6. Oh my gosh, as we have three teams in the area.
And the Moldivers aren't here.
Oh my god.
It's a whole new dynamic of Wickland, a never before seen special. Only found here on ERCC 2025. Hashtag, by the way, if you're looking to win 300 NNP, but you won't get it today because there's no more breaks. But anyways, enough about that. Locked In, pulling the Wickline into the corner. All the teams forced to try and funnel in to contest it. So with that funnel choke point preventing all the teams from walking in against each other in fear of being pincered, they're able to pick it up for free.
Yeah, with that, every team now is leaving the zone. As we have a fight going on here, 2v2 actually in a rift here on day 3, means that whoever team lives will be the last team to survive, as Wokes fighting it out here with Karshin. A nice taunt to stop Effect from getting to him. Can he get a little bit more damage to Stasis going through? A nice exclusive to keep Wokes alive, and it will be a win out on the side of the Moldivers here. Unfortunately, Bingo will be out here, so ClueFull just needs to stay alive and, you know, get a couple more points here to make sure they can secure their spot for 4th, as Argonauts are on the run here from No Flame, trying to pick up the box on the way, have the Nimrod's Gate available, get the box, and they're on out of there.
Yeah, it looks like they got a boot crafter as well, so you know, the boot items are generally pretty strong, and it looks like Piwiwi is not in possession of a boot quite yet, so perhaps a Taproot picked up, or maybe a Rose steps over to Kudetta, or maybe a Red Shoes on Kudetta or Arky. What is it? Was it? I think it was Kudetta that got it. I think it was the Red Shoes, right? Yeah.
It is the
Red Shoes. Yep, there it is. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sweet even. And they're going to take a mobile VLS. I'd imagine the Cemetery opening up shortly. They're going to want to try and get some hunts over there that are all responding. A little RNG opportunity can go a long way for this team, as they still got a few transitions they got to round out.
Yeah, but look at that. We already have another team here pulling up, Locked In, having the Wickeline here. Not something you'd like to see this. This team is on the run. But luckily for them, they have Ardas. They have access to that Nimrod's Gate to be able to get out of a lot of weird situations. Lockney here has the Queen Pract. Oh, look at that, the flash combo. Kudetta taking a lot of damage here. Arky, nice low assault damage though to keep the rest of the team at bay. So Argonauts are alive at least here for a little bit longer, but they got to be careful. We do see ClueFull and Doc, and this fight is going to continue. Jignut taking a lot of damage to start this, but so is Kudetta. Arky, do you have enough damage to take him out here? It looks like he will go down. The Monkey Wire for that attack speed, but unfortunately it will not be enough. Huiwi, that's being completely ignored by the rest of Locked In now, is on the run. Is going to go hide out in Cemetery.
And Jignut, I don't know if we can watch the replay. I think he got a 2-man stun with Duende.
Wow.
that is a rarity. That is not something you see often, but in these tight corridors of Chapel, it's certainly a realistic thing that can happen. And with that engagement, yeah, Locked In manages to win out. The Wickline team ever so powerful in this lobby currently. Over in Forest, No Flame posturing with the Moldivers. But they don't want to hold this position for too long in fear of maybe getting third-partied. So for now, they were just a little bit of a staring contest between the two of them. Frankie dropping some rockets, getting a little bit of poke onto Cairo, but nothing too impactful.
Yeah, Cairo's actually going to go for it here, but it's not backwards back into the team. Realizing he's taking way too much damage here means that the fight is going to separate, but unfortunately for Superior, Argonauts here yet again taking him down in Forest. Now Arky getting really aggressive here, going to get stunned, but not going to get eliminated here, meaning the rest of No Flame is going to have to escape for now. They are right next to Lumi, so they can revive Super pretty quickly. So they are all back for now, but now they are aware that two teams are going to be in Forest. You see ClueFull flying in here as well. Forest is looking to be quite a scary place here, as they're going to be put into the middle of everyone.
And what's crazy is this is a yellow zone.
Yeah.
This isn't even somewhere that you're going to be staying. It's just a temporary stop for all of these teams. But all of them are coming here to fill up on some gas or something. But yeah, No Flame over in Chapel with Locked In. Looks like Argonauts might work their way back into Chapel. They're just kind of posturing this middle area of Forest for the time being. Another 30 seconds till the zone closes, looking to get aggressive onto the Argonauts. Ian pushing forward. But Arky is untouched. Kudetta untouched on the backside too. Good guard and reverse on the Tanapi Wiwi. So Dian does manage to walk out and stay alive, but Argonauts still posturing against ClueFull here. Finds the root onto Camper on Duty. Half of his health taken out. They're actually going to swap positionings here as Argonauts head towards school, where they're going to meet the Moldivers, who are waiting at the doorstep. Fortunately for them, they are going to take that VLS instead.
Looks like they're going to make their way into Chapel, where two teams are already posturing. Where are the Argonauts going to land here? Looks like on the back part next to the Bears, so good spot there. As, yeah, it looks like Locked In will be the ones to take over most of the zone control. And knowing that there's two other teams here, we're going to play the awesome safety drone waiting game. 30 seconds left before the zones do pop, as these two teams are posturing here. Cairo shoot. See if we can find an angle here. No one hitting the guard in reverse means that Kairashu wants to go here. Gonna taunt onto Dian here. A lot of damage coming through thanks to Wokes here. And Nangja completely untouched, taking out Babbles here, leaving the rest of the team on the run. Signature fireball for the chase here. Just barely outside of the range of the blade cartridge means that unfortunately Nikki will be the last surviving member here. And looking back at Chapel, we have still all three teams posturing and waiting it out.
And a huge punish from the side of the Moldivers, right? They see the duck dive go wide, and immediately Nangja and Wokes are on it. They punish it frame one. And yeah, they find the kill as quick as possible. But now in this Nightmares, oh right, I forgot, we're playing the awesome game that we love so much of the, it really is ever so awesome. That's not a safety drone. That's a scouting drone. Wrong one. What the heck? You don't know the game? But anyways, Locked In, looking to push forward. No Flame on the other side, finding a pincer onto the Argonauts. Argonauts able to vacate the building and the zone for the time being, but Locked In able to take over the zone now. No Flame burning a lot of timer. Locked In. I mean, Argonauts were able to have the zone first, so they're going to be able to play the safety drone game for a bit while all this fighting goes on, and they're going to come in with a third party on the Nimrod's gate over the wall, and they're going to clean up a little bit of everybody here. Now it looks like Locked In is going to get eliminated first, but No Flame will follow suit as the Argonauts win out on this zone, utilizing their timer advantage wonderfully, utilizing Nimrod's gate wonderfully to find the perfect third party.
And it will be Argonauts and the Moldivers here in our final zone. VF crossbow online for Arky, looking pretty good here. Wokes, though, having double VF item of his own. 3 on the side, though, of the Argonauts. So we'll see if they can push through this victory for their team. It's going to be really difficult, though. Fighting through this Theodore with double VF is going to be quite a feat. Both Mize, though. It's going to be difficult. This might be coming down to which one's better itemized and which one falls first.
And regardless of what happens at the end of this, The Argonauts need to win this fight. This is game 6 of the semifinals. Europe's last bastion against the wall of North America, the reigning ERCC champs, 2-time ERCS champions. If Europe can win out against this fight, regardless of how the scores go, this is a huge pride thing for them to win. It would be absolutely massive. But look at this. Wokes establishing dominance in the neutral already, poking Kudeta to half health. Wokes stepping forward a little bit too far, maybe. Might get punished for this one, but he's doing it knowing that Cairo has an availability. The taunt goes down to Kudeta. The follow-up is quick. Arky getting low, getting chunked, getting dropped even from Wokes on the backside. Pee-wee also going to get hurt, and Kudeta will be the last to fall. The Moldivers giving no quarter to Europe in any sort of fashion and taking them out handedly as the Argonauts fall.
Yeah, Moldivers playing that incredibly well. You saw them kind of sneaking around too at the beginning there. They're hiding in like the bottom part. You saw them kind of being scouted out by the Argonauts, but they never found them. And you know, like the sneaky angle never kind of came around. They kind of just swapped places. It was awkward, but again, it's so hard to fight against this Theodore in these neutral zones. You just see him like throwing WQ over and over again until Kudeta is, you know, chunked enough, and then yeah, the rest is history. Cairo Shoot has his opening, and they just finish the game pretty smoothly. I mean, not a lot quite happened there. It was just kind of a classic front to back, bing bang boom, everyone's dead.
Bing bang boom.
Yeah, that's that.
I mean, it was kind of a front to back. Cairo did find a taunt on the backside. I think it was onto Kudeta off the top of my head, and that opened up Wokes to let the ultimate rip. And with Kudeta getting chunked that hard, yeah, at that point it delved more into front to back. But I think Arky was the first to fall. I don't know. We can check the replay out and see exactly what went down. It's all a blur. It happened so fast.
Yeah, Arky is the first one to fall. I think he falls to Nangja. Kudeta gets chunked though by I think it was by Wokes though. And that like kind of like starts the entire thing. I mean, he's just like throwing WQ over and over again. I mean, you get to see the beginning, but like they're sitting down in that bottom bush for most of that. Like they didn't even find them.
Yeah. And here we see that neutral. Yeah, Kudeta gets poked right away, and then gets poked again by Wokes. Another Q connecting. Nimrod's gate goes out, but nobody's interested in that one at all. They just walk right past it. And then you're going to see Cairo. Yeah, Cairo's going to find an angle onto Kudeta. He sees him stepped up a little too far, trying to set up a Nimrod's gate onto Wokes, and they just pull the trigger right there and find the fight that they need.
Yeah, Arky falling first here. Unfortunately, just not enough damage. Also gets blinded by the smoke screen from Nangja, so you aren't really able to return anything there. And yeah, the rest just kind of topples down here towards the very end. Cairo still at a quarter HP, no one able to take him down. Yeah, just very well played on the side of the Moldivers here. Oh, Double G, chilling there. Didn't notice that till now.
Whoa, Double G, where did that come from? Yeah.
Yes, in good Moldivers fashion, they close it out on a Theodore game. I think they did this like all the time during last season too. And yeah, just kind of hard to fight into this. Nangja though, usually he's on Nadine though, so I'm a little bit surprised that he actually decided to bring out the William this time around. We're seeing a little bit more of flexibility coming out from him. Usually you see him on like Nadine or Katja, but now we're kind of getting a little bit fancy here with the William coming through.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of it, right? I love seeing Nangja play something more like this. So, as you mentioned before, we've seen him play Katja, we've seen him play Isol. We've also seen him been playing Heart, which it can be a bit more aggressive, but unfortunately he's playing Heart with two mages beside him typically. So he's once again sitting there nothing maxing. Just waiting for an engagement to happen so where he can really shine at that point, because I mean he's not going to be able to do it on his own in that kind of scenario where the mages just want to sit there and play neutral. But yeah, love seeing the William from him. I'm always a fan of William personally as well. The character is just so, I don't know, there's always that like in the back of my head, like if this William doesn't get checked, he's just gonna 1v3.
Yeah, he has like the balls going around. You see him dashing around. He's definitely one of the cooler, more stylish characters you see coming through here. But I do believe we have scores available. Is that what I just saw? Coming
I think you
through
saw
here?
that.
I think I did too. And now we'll be able to see the final four going into finals for next weekend. Moldivers actually just barely clutching up first there at the very, very end here. I'm going to be ending in first with Locked In falling behind them. I mean, Locked In is pretty much locked into the top 4 spot the entire tourney. They had a lot of kills game 1, consistent placement. They're always up at the top here. No Flame, even after the unfortunate happenings of game 1, ending here in third. ClueFull, you know, getting a lot of kills here in phase 1 here. Not as many as the Moldivers are locked in, but still quite a bit. Getting good placement here as well. We're going to be locked into number 4 here. So they're going to be the top 4 going into the finals for next weekend. But unfortunately, ending at the bottom 4 will be Busan Baddies here with 49 Argonauts with 47.5, just barely above Bingo thanks to kills, with Bingos being in 7th and Blast ending in 8th. But for the bottom 4, thank you for joining us for ERCC. It was a lot of fun to see you all. And of course, thank you to Argonauts from EU for joining us. It's always a lot of fun to see you guys coming on through.
Yeah, I mean, oh, man, if only they won that final fight though, that would have been crazy. I tried to paint up a little bit of narrative for Europe to get excited for, but unfortunately, they weren't able to bring it home for the boys across the pond. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. We got tomorrow as well, the Omega block. It's going to be just as exciting, if not more so than today. A lot of stacked teams over there as well.
Yeah, I believe that'll be 2 p.m. EST yet again. So make sure you guys join us back for here for that. And then, yeah, finals will be next weekend. So thank you all for joining us for the Alpha Block. We hope to see you guys here tomorrow. And, of course, thank you to production for, you know, bringing us here and allowing us to do this for you. And thank you for fixing all of the weird audio stuff that happened. But other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow for Omega. And make sure you guys keep ranked, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Bye-bye.